And what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the TSF Entertainment Channel. It's your boy Retro CG in the building, and I got your boy DJ Fresh, Your Highness, in the building. What's up, bro?
What's going on, bruh?
Man, I saw the folks in the comments going ham about Claudia. Oh, we got some things to talk about. All right, so it is Power Book 4, Force. It's season 2, episode. Gosh, we're at 206 already. Here, there, the monsters. Okay, directed by Robert Townsend. Shout out to Robert Townsend, the Meteor Man.
Oh dang, I didn't even know he directed this joint.
Parenthood. Yeah, Robert Townsend directed the episode, bro.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
and it was written by a Lamonte Edwards. Lamonte Edwards is the writer for this episode, and it was directed by Robert Townsend, the Meteor Man. Yeah, so
Mm,
shout out to Robert Townsend, still working in Black Hollywood.
definitely.
All right. What was your first thoughts? What's good, chat? Everyone, how y'all doing? Xavier,
Yeah,
Demarcus,
what's up,
Lady
everybody in the
B,
chat?
Miss Sharon, all of you, Vana. What's up, everybody? What's up?
Yeah, Lady Virtue, what's up? It's I'm trying to think of the right words. Like it started. Dang, I don't even know if I can say it started. I want to. Okay, yeah. So it was all. It was like a plane. It started off with like a good takeoff, and then that joint, like near the end, just kind of like went down, like a landing, not a crash landing, but
But a little turbulent.
yeah, a
A
little
little turbulent.
turbulence. Like, yeah, it
A
started
little
off, so I was
turbulence.
like, okay, and then like once it just kept going through, I was just like,
Well, for me, it wasn't so much of the story this week that I was irritated with as much as I was with some of the writing and continuity things. Um, Lamonte, take some notes because we're gonna drag you a little bit on this episode, bro. I'll drag you a little bit on this episode. It was a good episode. It was a solid 7.5 for me, maybe even closer to an 8 if it wasn't for some of the issues that I had with the continuity. So I guess we can go ahead and jump right into it then. And the episode starts off with Claudia putting on the performance of her life as she's down at the city morgue trying to identify her father.
yep,
She asks for the personnel to leave the room so she can have a moment with her father. She leans over to tell him, "You did this. This is your fault while you're here because you wouldn't accept me for who I am." Again, she has not come to terms with reality that you will never be the queen pin because Dublin has already said over and over again. You've heard it from Brendan, you've heard it from your brother, you've heard it from your father, you've heard it from Paula, you've heard it from everyone that it's going to be a male successor. So
exactly.
sorry, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I was like, even like I said, when what Doyle told her, and she was still looking like what? Okay, so if I set up my brother, then I like everybody has told you, like no matter what, he told you then um before you decided to set him up, he told you they're old school. You'll never be in charge. And what do you do anyway? You still try to set him up. You try to set up your brother thinking that's still gonna put you in charge when the man told you no matter what, like they're old school. You're never gonna be in charge.
She did have those
Hey,
white woman tears, did she? Yeah. Oh my
you might
God.
not be lying about that.
That was some of her best acting. I agree with you, Xavier. Nothing that has happened so far in this season, and we're like 4 episodes left for the season to be over with. Nothing so far has happened that we're excited about. Nothing has happened that we're actually really interested in.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe I'm guessing maybe it's gonna come like the last two, 8, 9, and 10. Well, the last three, I mean, 8, 9, and 10 is what I'm thinking.
Man,
At least
Stacy don't
hoping.
lost. Yo, Stacy don't lost her mind. Yo, what's wrong with this lady? Yo, what is wrong with this lady? And this is where I go to the writing. They have taken this character. from not knowing who Tommy Egan ever was, didn't even know who his name was. Now she's got an obsession against Tommy Egan. All this violence and crime is happening around you with the Flynn's, CBI, Miguel. All this is happening around you. You're not the least bit interested in any of that. You got to have Tommy Egan. And just 5 episodes ago, you didn't even know who Tommy Egan was. And now all of a sudden, she is just on this witch hunt. And that's another thing I hate about the writing. I hate that they write the feds all the same. They write them all the same, that they're obsessed with the character, that they're obsessed with the takedown, and they all end in the same way. It's like, we know what's going to happen to this lady. We know that either she's going to get unalive or she's going to lose her job.
Yep. One of the two. I said the exact same thing when he was trying to give her, no, I was like, bruh, like, he's still giving you information, but like your main goal, you think, like she explained it to him. I think she said, like, if you like, once we get to Tommy, then we'll get to Miguel and everybody. But like, you really think that's gonna happen just by you taking down Tommy Egan? Like, you're gonna be able to get to Miguel and all those other people? Like, I thought it was the opposite way, where they work their way up to take down. You're trying to go already to cut the head off the snake and think that's going to chop everything. Yeah, I with you on that. I didn't like that either. I was like, I didn't understand that. To me, that didn't make.
I mean, she was just so over the top with it. She was so over the top with it. It was just like, I don't know how much of it is the delivery from the actress, because I'm not really feeling her either. Like, I'm not really feeling the actress, but at the same time, it's just this obsession doesn't seem to be properly placed yet. Now, I could see if she had arrested him and he beat the charge, then I can see if why she would have an obsession with him. But this obsession is just ill placed right now. It doesn't seem like she even know who she's going after, but she's just, I don't know. You're right. They always focus on the wrong people, right?
I agree with that, Lady B.
Yeah, cursing every other word.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, like, this dude is stone cold killer, and you coming at him like you think that's supposed to, like, a scare tactic. Like, everybody in the room was looking confused at her, like, what? Like,
including her husband. Her husband was looking at her like, huh?
Especially when she said, you report straight to me. Everybody really was confused, like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, how is it just coming straight to you? Like, we supposed to be this task force, and you telling him he need to come straight to you. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah, at this point, it just, if it was one of those situations like how Angela had arrested Tommy and ghosted Tommy, beat the charge, and she came a little bit obsessed with them after that. But right now, she just found out who he was. Like, why are you so turned? Like, okay.
Exactly, DeMarcus. After all the time, the Flynn organization been in Chicago all them years.
What should have been. That's the real case right there. And then it's got international ties to it. Even if she went after Miguel, even if she went after the Flynn's, they have international ties to it. So it's an international criminal syndicate. And you're worried about Tommy Egan and his blue Mustang. Got it.
Yep, the Serbs too, Lady Virtue.
Makes a lot of sense. Speaking of Tommy and his blue Mustang, Mariah decides that she's going to lease a car. Okay. Does anyone else have a question mark with this? She just literally learned how to drive 2 episodes ago, and now she's going to go buy a car.
But nah, I thought she could drive. It was just the fact that she didn't
I don't
drive.
think she has a learner's permit
or something. I don't know.
Learner's permit.
The part that got me was, you have stolen many cars, and I was like, when did Tommy ever say that he stole many cars?
Yeah.
That's what I was lost at.
Lease a car, you have stolen many cars. Want to help me pick one out? That, when she made that comment, or in that comment where it says you have stolen many cars, I'm like, where did that come from?
Exactly.
Like, what does that have to do with you going to lease a car, me stealing cars?
So I thought that was like, when I when I read it the first time I saw it and I watched it twice, I thought maybe she meant like, okay, we about to go to a place where there are stolen cars. They done flip the VIN number. Need you to help me out while I'm gonna lease it. That's what I took it as. Cause I was like, you have stolen many cars. I was like, how we just get to him stealing many cars? I was like, I don't ever remember Tommy being a person that steals cars. I don't even remember none of that from Power.
Mm-hmm.
Like just always been moving weight. I've never at no point in time, unless it's something I missed. I guess maybe he told her something in confidence or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just something about her. I don't know. Maybe it goes back to a possible continuity issue because maybe it's a conversation that took place in a deleted scene that we didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it took place in a deleted scene in another episode that we didn't place. But it seems like their overall, it seems like their relationship is accelerated way further than where we're at right now. Diamond, I have an issue with this too, but we'll save it for later. Diamond knocks on the door, and they was to let Tommy know that the Walter Flynn is gone, and that his territory is up for grabs. So they happy about that because now they have the opportunity to expand their territory. And Tommy mentions about if Vic is alive, he'll come and see me. So my whole thing is Tommy can make the decision so wholeheartedly to bring Vic into CBI. But Diamond, when he wants to bring his brother back to CBI, he has to go and convince Tommy and beg Tommy. Can Jenard, I just do not like this controlling element between Tommy and Diamond. They're not equal partners.
They're
Tommy is
not.
running the show, but it's Diamond's organization and his workers. Like I ain't feeling it.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I was thinking that same thing. I was trying because I was trying to go back and think like, was it some point where maybe Diamond said like you handled all of that and like I'm gonna sit back or something, and I never. But I'm thinking maybe that's where they're trying to get the character to go is because Tommy is the one that's like literally out there putting in all the work out there on the streets while Diamond is just sitting in the barbershop since he got that PO that's on him. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm like you. I don't like it either because I'm like, if y'all 50-50, like, how is it that Tommy just gets to make all the moves and you don't have no say so?
I don't think that the Flint organization has this band because remember when Vic and Tommy had the conversation, he said the infrastructure is still in place.
Yep.
So, and then when he went to tell Claudia that she on her own, he says, "I'm pulling your security from you as well." So, I think Vic is running the organization now.
Yeah. Vic is running the organization.
Yeah, Lady Virtue, that's what I have an issue with. I don't like the way they're writing Tommy. They are writing Tommy like Tommy just came to town and he's running shit like he back in New York. They're writing his character as if he is still in New York. And I don't understand it.
I don't
So
understand it at all.
they make the decision that they're gonna go after the Flames territory or whatever, and they're gonna get Vic on board because now that's gonna just give them more opportunity for them to move more weight. Um, oh, Jenard, my.
That
So
man down.
Jenard shows up. That man is down really, really bad. Even worse than last week. Bad for me. He shows up to the gym, and Shanti is just. I don't really like their chemistry. I really don't too much care for the character actually. But she goes on that, let me smell your D. Uh, you've been out there messing with other chicks and stuff, and I'm like, man, come on.
Yeah, I ain't like that part either. I didn't like
Uh,
that part at all.
yeah, and of course she gets up and goes to train someone, and he steals her necklace. So y'all finna have me believe that Janar's a whole crackhead now. He ain't got no money, and he down bad like this, but he's stealing jewelry to go get a hit.
And not only that, I looked at the chain and I was like, what he gonna get for that to get it? Because I was like, that I'm nah, imagine of course it's real gold, but I was like, I don't think you gonna get that much for it to get a hit or whatever. But I was like, damn, and it was crazy because he was contemplating on even taking it. Like you could tell he was hesitating to take it, but that's how down bad he is, which is crazy to me. It's like I, I don't get it at all. And then especially, well, once we get to that scene, then I go further detail into that once we get to that scene.
Yeah, I'm so tired of him stealing people chains. Like, so they at this high-end car dealership or whatever, and I'm like, for your first car, you just learned how to drive 20 seconds ago. For your first car, you want an Audi, you need a Honda Civic. She need a Honda Civic. She need a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla or something like that. She need to be driving. She does not need to be driving a luxury high-end car. Take her down to the DMV first. Let her get her driver's license. I think she got a learner's permit right now. But anyway, they're at the dealership or whatever the case may be, and they're having this little moment, this little bonding moment or whatever. And is this where she gets a phone? No, she gets a text from Dr. Kendall that says he was attacked last night and he's at the hospital. Where are you? He's also called her 3 times. She's got 3 missed calls from him. And of course, she runs off to go see about Dr. Kendall. What were your thoughts about that? Because I was like, well, both of his hands are in the cast, so maybe he did voice the text.
Hey, bruh, you was reading my mind because I literally said
I wrote a question about that.
When I seen him, I said, well, who the hell was texting for him? Because both of his hands is broke.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought about. And I was like, so they're not gonna show the person who was texting for him at all? Like,
yeah.
I was like, this man's hands, both his hands is broke. And he's sending texts. I was like,
they literally in the cast.
I mean, I guess maybe he could still use his fingers. I don't know, but I was thinking that same thing. Like, yo, both his hands is broke. Who is this texting?
And I guess because he's a pink doctor is the reason why he's in the hospital. Because I feel like if there would be anyone else, they would have just treated him and released him. I mean, your hands are broken.
Yeah, that's true.
Send him home. Send him home. What is he laid up in the hospital for? What was he even admitted to the hospital for?
That's definitely that. I agree with that. I agree with that at all. But I also
Siri did it for him. Siri did it for him. Siri did all the texting for him.
Yeah, if you remember last week, I said this was gonna come back because I got a feeling he knows that it's somebody related to her.
Well, he described because when she gets to the hospital, he said I was attacked last night by some well-dressed Mexicans. He was like, why would they want to attack me? And he was like looking at her like, did you send your brother after me? Because if they dated, I would have to imagine that he knows about her brother. He might not know her brother directly, but it's the same warning that she issued to Tommy about getting close to her. I would think that she would have issued the same warning to him as well. So,
well, nah, I don't think so because of the simple fact he's not in that world. He's not in the world like Tommy is. Her brother probably didn't even know nothing about dude, honestly. Like, cause that's how it sounded. That's how I took it. Is that she was telling him like it's been dudes that's been in that same, in the same world as my brother, try to get close to me, and he done took him out. Cause if that was the case, I figured he would have took him out.
Okay, I guess I can take that. So Diamond going all around town trying to pay off Jenard's debts, and he gets to Mirković trying to pay off his debt, and he gave him a nice little stack. Like it might have been 120K in that envelope. And Mirković said that ain't enough. It ain't hardly enough. Ain't gonna be enough. He's like, that's a lifetime of money for me that I'm missing out on this territory. So this tax ain't gonna never be paid. So at this point, y'all, I don't even understand. See, this is another thing I can't understand. And it's the writing that just doesn't make sense. Everybody that has tested Tommy in any way, shape, form, or fashion, Tommy has dropped them either the same day or the next episode. Just like the little Chewy guy, just like the little guy that Jenard had
Okay.
over there. Lil K, yes. You dropping these people instantly. But when you gonna run down on these Serbs that is running up on your territory, running up on your people, shaking y'all down for money, when you gonna run up on these Serbs and take them out? Like I do not like this super thug light switch that turns on when it's time to go deal with anybody in the street. But when it's time to go deal with these Serbs, he can sit there at the restaurant with them and have a whole meal with them, and y'all at war, y'all at beef with these people. Please make that make sense. The writing, it just does not make sense.
I I thought that same thing, but I took it as from like how it was in the original Power. Because remember, they didn't want. I think it was Ghost. Yeah, I think it was Ghost that said they didn't want to go to war with the Serbs because it would just be nonstop and it would be bad for business as well as like the cartel and stuff. So I'm thinking like that's what it is. Like they just know the war is never going to end because they're just going to ship people from from Serbia or whatever from overseas and just keep bringing them in.
Yeah,
Uh,
we don't drop by four of them from since OG Power. We don't drop by four of them. We don't drop Milan. We don't drop Jason. The first Serb that was working with Tommy and Ghost to begin with. This is the fourth one. Like at this point, I agree, Xavier. They have served their purpose. They're unnecessary faction at this point. We we don't even register danger anymore when we hear the Serbs.
yeah,
Back in OG Power, when the Serbs used to come on the scene, like we were scared for what was getting ready to happen to
yeah,
somebody.
definitely,
you know,
definitely.
you had Milan was eating people and cooking people and eating people.
I
Like
forgot all about that, bro.
these Serbs right here, they too docile for me. I don't think we need them anymore.
I forgot he was eating people.
Yeah, Milan was eating people.
I forgot all about that.
He was having people for dinner. So Vic go over there, and tell Tommy about his troubles and his victories or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, Tommy, why are you not sizing this up? Like the questions that Tommy need to be asking, he ain't asking. Like, well, why are you over here? Talking about you want to go to work for me. You just inherited your father's whole kingdom and your whole father's business, but you over here want talking about you want to join CBI. Make that make sense to me, Vic. Crown Vic.
I think Tommy does know. I think I don't think he knows like as far as
The fans watching.
yeah. I don't think he know that Vic is trying to play him, but I think he knows like something not right because he's not giving Vic like the inside information to the business. Like when we get to that scene, I'll say it, but like even here, it was just like he's just telling him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, oh yeah, we can work, but it was more so just like, he's not giving him like the information that Vic needs to, to go back to tell the DA. It's like he's keeping it on a hush. Cause he even tell him he's like every time I try to do business with a Flynn, it always came back to get me.
Yeah, I get burned.
Yeah, I get burnt. So I think he kind of knows something is up, but he don't know what it is yet. So I think at the same time he trying to play Vic and fill him out.
Hey, that's a good point, Demarcus. I would like that if Tony Teresi came back and saw Tommy as a ghost and told him that Vic was a snitch. Yep,
That would be dope.
that would be dope.
That would definitely be
Ex-
dope for sure.
Especially at the end of this episode's events, that would be dope. Now that Tommy's starting to see apparitions. So the idea that Claudia showed up for this will reading and think that her father was going to leave her anything, anything. He left what little bit of money he did have left. It went to Vic, including the house. You get nothing. So she really is bad now.
So
Damn,
that's all.
Claudia,
That's why I was like, you did all that for
for
nothing,
nothing, literally.
for absolutely nothing, and that shows because it shows Walter did not trust your ass at all.
Yeah.
That's what it showed.
Or he knew that you was working against the family. He knew
Mm-hmm.
that you was working your own angle. Support gaming, that would be dope if Tommy knew that Crown Vic was snitching. Yeah, Claudia is just
Xavier, he did Xavier, but remember, Vic said no, right? When he visited him at the grave,
yeah,
he said nah. And I remember when he walked in, matter of fact, Tommy even said to Vic, he was like, "Why all of a sudden now?" Like,
yeah.
so,
That's why I wanted him to be more suspicious. I wanted him to be more, like, what's up with this? Why the change all of a sudden?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted him to be a little bit more inquisitive. Yeah, Claudia, you ain't got no money. You got nothing. No money for you. No nothing for you. No drugs. No work. No workers. No security. Nothing. Vic
Nah,
tell her, oh, by the way, I knew that you tried to set me up to get me unalive. So you on your own, sis. Take care. Don't call me no more. I'm out.
that part shocked me because I didn't think they was going to let it be known this early in the season. I mean, well, yeah, this I figured what we on 6. I figured about like 8 or something, or maybe 9. He was going to tell her.
Xavier. Xavier said she gonna have to start hoeing to make her bills. Oh, she already got a new lick on mine. She already got a
Yep,
new lick on mine.
already.
Her homegirl, she got some money, so maybe she'll help her keep the rent going for a little while.
Should be all right.
That should be all right. Yeah. Oh my God. I am
Hey,
so tired of
this
JP's
scene
character.
I could have done without. They should have just scrapped this scene altogether. It was
I
pointless.
wish that he gets hit by a bus. I am
It
so
was
sick of JP's
it was
character.
pointless. When this scene
Dude,
came, I was like, bro, y'all could just deleted this scene altogether.
dude, why are you pressed? Your son is not unalive. Your
Still
son
alive.
unalive the cop. What do you think is supposed to happen to your son right now? You should be thankful that one, your son is still alive. Two, you should be thankful that Tommy did not have to do what needed to be
Mhm.
done. Why is you sitting around the house moping and groping?
I didn't understand that at all. I was trying to think of that same thing. Like when it showed, I was like, dude, you acting like he got unalive. Like he's alive. Like
Bro, why? What is up with all this moaning and groaning?
I was like, what it is, and then you talking about Kate and like, that's what I said. This whole scene, like, they could have just scrapped this scene. This scene wasn't even needed because it
If
served no purpose
we
at
got
all.
a new showrunner, so I get that we got a new showrunner, and I get that they're going in a different direction with the characters than they did with season one. Well, get rid of this one then, because get rid of that whole storyline because it was unbelievable and far fetched to begin with. Just go ahead and get rid of the character. If you want to keep JP around, so you give Tommy the son that he never had, fine. But DMAC. If you want to keep DMAC around and give Tommy the son he never had, fine. Get rid of JP because the brother he never had, he always had that with Ghost. So their chemistry is just they don't have on screen chemistry. The storyline is far fetched. The acting is terrible on JP. It's just the list goes on. Get rid of him. Let him be collateral damage. Let him just get hit by a bus or something.
Nah, I wouldn't say Tommy was a cokehead because he just did that. He didn't do it like he wasn't like Kate. He wasn't doing it on a regular basis. When you saw Tommy doing it, it was like what every like I don't say every blue moon, but it was like it was a situation or something was going on. I can't say he was a cokehead.
I
He
think it
wasn't
was right
like
around the time. I think it was right around the time where he started off using it for just like a party
yeah,
drug, just like partying and bullshit. Because he would do a line with Kate every once in a while. He did a few lines with Holly when Holly first came around. But I think after he unalived her, I think he started hitting it a little bit regular. Because there was one point that he was kind of he wasn't gone like JP gone. I mean, he wasn't gone like Jenard gone,
yeah,
but he was gone enough for Ghost to tell him to clean his ass up and get clean or whatever the
yeah.
case may be. And maybe that's why Tommy recognized that when he was sizing up Janard, because I wholeheartedly believe that Tommy recognize that
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that when we got to that scene. I was gonna say that for sure once we got to that scene. Yeah, he definitely.
but JP, I'm sorry. The character's useless. See, I'm sorry, bro. The character's useless. I can't see a purpose for him right now. Unless they brought him in and he ran the streets with Tommy, I don't see what else the purpose of the character is because they haven't even showed him at the bar that Tommy bought him. He's just moaning and groaning around the
I,
house every
damn,
episode.
I didn't even think about that. You damn sure right. The only time they showed him again in the bar is when he was playing the piano and D Mac was there. You right. I didn't even think about that. They ain't showed him not once, just in the bar.
And
Besides
so
that,
now they're going to turn him into a drunk. Now they're just going to turn him into a falling down drunk that ain't trying to do nothing with himself. When we first met the character, he was a business owner. He was trying to, do good for his life, and now he's just sitting around the house moping all day. I'm sick of his character. Please take him away. Speaking of doing bad and down bad, Diamond shows up to Jenard's place, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this dude right here?
I can't even fake. I started laughing when I saw this scene.
I was like, what?
I could not stop laughing when I saw this scene at all. Like the whole he like it was just funny to me. It was just like, bruh, like, man, you got pizza sauce stains all over your shirt. You know, fell asleep with the pizza in your hand. All
We
of
got
this stuff.
drugs and stuff strewn all about. And when Diamond got there, he turned into a little kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't hit me. I'm like, what? I wanted Diamond to beat his ass, yoke him
I
up.
did. I did.
I
I
ain't
thought
gonna
he
even lie. I
was.
wanted Diamond. I thought Diamond was gonna give him the business there. Like, oh, so this what you is now? You a fucking crackhead? Oh man, I thought he was gonna ready to put some hands on him, man. He just left. He just left.
I thought he was. I thought he was also, but I was trying to figure. Well, now I didn't answer my own question because I remember the scene because I kept trying to figure out. I was like, why was Diamond there anyway? Like, I thought it was gonna be like somebody told him, like, hey, like your brother out here or something. But I just answered my own
Yeah.
question because I remember it was him basically saying, like, I'm gonna bring you back in the CBI. So that's why he popped up on him and seen him that the way he was.
Marvin was a crackhead, but at least they haven't showed us how bad Marvin was when he was on crack. I mean, I guess he was bad. But let's go back to Jenard for just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Why has he taken a turn for the worse? Like, what was it because I think I know what it is. And I think I answered my own question with my own thought. I think it was because he was owing everybody around town. The money wasn't coming in, the money wasn't right, and he just got under pressure and he just started using.
Mm-hmm.
All
I was
right.
gonna say the exact same thing. I just still, it just still annoys me how they made this man the character. I'm sorry, get strung out. Like, there's no way in real life if you say, "Nah, I don't like needles. I don't use needles, etc." I don't care how high you are.
Now all of a sudden he on the needle. Yes, I
You're
said the
not
same thing.
just gonna let anybody just poke you with a needle, like, at all. And then it's the way he did it. He just like, bro, I was just like, I'm like, yo, there's been times like, because I hate needles. So it was just like, they ain't make it where like he could find a vein and nothing. He just pokes you with a needle all of a sudden. Like, you ain't even try to stop him
And
to
now
say,
that's his preferred method of getting high. Because if you notice on the coffee table, there was a syringe
yep.
on the coffee table. So now that's his preferred method to as opposed to him snoring. So now he's just Diamond gets a text from his soon to be stepson and say he's on
That's
his
who
way
that
to the gym.
okay.
Yeah, that's his soon
I
to be
was gonna
stepson.
ask who the hell was Leon.
He's the soon to be stepson. Soon to
Okay.
be.
Okay. I was trying to figure that out because I couldn't figure it out when I saw it. I thought it was a new character. We have it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a new
Yo.
character we ain't know nothing about.
Nah,
But that
that's
should tell you
considered to
enough
be
to know that
so.
like we ain't really paying attention. Like it's been lackluster because we barely remember the characters' names.
Claudia back over there again on her knees, begging them Serbians for protection. And I think that she is gonna get a little hustle going though. She can get a little hustle going, and so she's gonna have a little thing going. I don't think it's gonna be what enough to compete with Tommy and CBI, but I think she's finna get a
Yeah,
little work.
nah,
She's finna get a
it
little work
definitely
going.
won't be at all.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Mirković gave her some security.
Yeah, he gave her some security, but you know that security, they security ain't securing. Their security is not securing. Everybody, they Tommy get the drop on all of them. Their security is not secure. Okay.
It's secure. It's not secure.
It is not secure at all.
Oh,
Yo, why don't you tell us what's going on with Miguel here? While I just sit back and rear back in my chair and put my feet up on the desk and say, look for it, wait for it, because I told you what's going to happen.
yeah. It's, man, this scene, yeah, it got me. As you can see, Miguel is basically probably about to go into a diabetic shock because
Yep.
has not taken his insulin at all. And the man is literally about to drop and he's begging his sister to give him his insulin. At first, but I was like, you know what? It's too early in the season. It's too early in the season for him. I literally thought he was going to drop. Is what I
Mm-hmm.
thought. I thought he was going to drop. I figured like he was going to pass out or whatever, and then that's when she was going to go into like, okay, I'm gonna give you your insulin. I'm gonna save you, etc. Like I'm not gonna let you, pass away, etc. Whatnot. So I was actually kind of shocked, to see that she didn't. And then, her going at him about dang, see, the doctor. I don't
Kendall,
forgot
the
her name.
doctor,
Kendall. Dr.
Kendall,
Kendall
Kendall.
or whatever. And they had a little spat and I knew immediately. It was just like, bro, I knew he was gonna say, like, you can't get out this life. Like this is the life. This is our family.
He kind of
So
low key threatened her. And you know what? I got that impression too. So Chad's got some really good comments over here. So let's see what we're talking about. That security isn't security. That's right, Xavier. Those are jailers, and if shit turns south, they will take Claudia out.
grown ass man
This
can't
man
take
can't take
insulin.
insulin. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it makes enough money to have his
Xavier,
own.
remember what was it? Episode 1, episode 2? He don't like
He's,
needles.
he's scared of needles.
Yeah, he don't like needles, so that's why she do it.
DeMarcus, good point. Leon is playing the role of Raina now, and Gianna is trifling as Tasha. Actually, is Leon playing the role of Raina, or is he playing the role of Tariq? Maybe
Mm.
he's a new Tariq in the making. Um, I got a lot to say about that whole situation. Um, that's a good point, Demarcus. Maybe Miguel is paying her nursing bill. Well, you know that he is because she ain't got no job. Well, she kind of got a job, but maybe she paid for her to go to school. Why doesn't Miguel know how to do his own insulin shot? And now they make them where you don't even have to do the syringe. They have a little thing where you could just stick it in you, and kind of like a little puncture type thing.
Yeah.
But what
Support
I
gaming.
feel is, go ahead, bro.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
Nah, I was just going to answer support gaming joint, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are we seeing here? We're seeing the beginning of the end for Miguel. We're seeing the beginning of the end for Miguel, and we're
I
seeing
was
the
gonna say
beginning of the end for Maria because she don't want to be mixed up in this life with her family, but yet it's still the man that she's in love with is in that life.
yep.
So I'm confused.
I think it's more so like I think it's more so like Tommy don't control her, whereas um Miguel does. Like she's tired of like she's probably I think I'm looking at it like she's tired of being controlled by Miguel and Griselda here. I forgot her name, so excuse me. So I'm just calling Griselda. Cause that's the vibe she gives me anyway. The like um she's the Black Widow, Griselda. I think she's just tired of them telling her like what to do. And
Bullying her.
Tommy gives her an out where like he don't tell her what to do. He just trying to make her happy. So I think that's what it is. Cause like she told Griselda here, like, you do it yourself.
You created this monster.
Yeah, you created this, so you do it yourself. Cause literally said she told him, like, no, you go save your brother. She's like, nah, you do it
Hold
yourself.
on a minute, support gaming. We saw your comment the first time. Fresh gonna respond to it.
Yeah. So um yeah, that's what I think it is. But yeah, support gaming. When we get there, I'll speak on that.
Um, Juliana, they're talking about from Raising Canaan, Juliana. All right, so let me see. Is yep, Diamond's at the gym with his soon to be son.
It do I do get the vibes too. I get the vibes. I get the vibes.
His soon to be son. And Shanti and Diamond are trying to make some moves. They're trying to make some power moves behind the scenes where basically Diamond is letting Shanti know that Jenard on that stuff. Shanti's like, oh yeah, I know. And Diamond's like, we gotta get him clean. We gotta get him back in CBI. I want you to come along too. We need your territory. So basically, they make a pact that if he can convince Tommy to let Janard back in the CBI, she'll come along with the territory and she'll work on getting Janard clean. But as we know, as we later on discover, she's working a hidden agenda.
Yeah, when we get there, I'll speak on that. You know what's
Why?
crazy?
I was go ahead. You probably gonna say the same thing I'm getting ready to say.
As soon as I saw this, I said, yo, watch either the baby father, I said, somebody's about to come through the door. Cause I was like, I was like, something about to happen, yo. Cause I was like, it's no way. I knew it was something. I was like, either baby father about his father about to show up, something, and Lord beholds, what happened? Her husband show up. Cause I'm like, he's just standing in there. They all, oh, you still got a nice shape too. You still fit. And he just sitting there drinking water, lemonade, whatever the hell it was.
Eliminate.
I just knew some dude or something was about to come.
I was thinking to myself, why did you even bring him to your house? Why did you even bring him to the house when you know you got a crazy ass baby daddy or boyfriend, husband, or whatever? Like, you should have known that that wasn't going to turn out well for you. Her boyfriend or baby father or Leon's dad shows up and she goes to try to introduce him to Diamond. And dude just storms over and slaps the lemonade out of Diamond's hand and then runs back to the door and tell him to leave. I was like, okay, well, if you was about that life, you should have went ahead and, threw them hands. But
Yeah.
no, instead, he threw Diamond out. And, it was rather disrespectful about it. So I already said to myself, I said, bro, you don't even know what kind of danger you in right now. You just need to be quiet. Go upstairs and get ready for the shower or something because,
Yep.
bro, you in trouble. uh,
Support. Nah, I think it was more so he didn't want to do it in front of the boy. Like, so that's why he didn't do it then. Cause he kept telling Leon, you gotta learn, like, when you're boxing, you have to learn discipline and show restraint, but know when to defend yourself. So I think because Leon was there, that's why he ain't knocked Cuz head off his shoulders. Cause you can tell he wanted to knock Cuz head off his shoulders, but he ain't do it.
he had to exercise restraint. I think that he would have did it even if the girl was there, if Leon wasn't there. If Leon wasn't there, it might have been a confrontation.
Yeah.
But I think because Leon was there, he didn't want to do nothing in front of the boy. I agree with that. I agree with that, and I do agree with you too, Lady V. I don't think that that was one of the writing things. I figured it was going to write that in for conflict purposes because she has not been acting as if she was a single woman.
at all.
Even when she came down to that barbershop, she didn't act like she was single. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, she been
she
acting
was
like she
single.
was single. I thought she was single until that scene came in, and I said, "Man, husband, baby, for somebody about to pop up." She definitely did act like she was single.
Right. You right, Lady V. She definitely wasn't acting like she had a man. So right. And
Act like
a
she ain't had
crazy
no
one at
man at
that.
all. Then
Right.
he pop up, oh, and hop up and go
And you
running.
see when he come in the door with a 6 pack. So we already know that he's just a drunk. He's a
Yeah,
drunk. He's a drug addict or whatever. So he come home and beat on them, you know. Mm. He won't be beating on them no more. Man, Claudia down bad. She don't know what she gonna do. She don't know how she gonna make these bills. She live in this expensive ass high rise penthouse. She got to come up with some money, or she gonna be out here working at the paint. She gonna be down there working at the paint in a little bit if she don't get some money up. We meet this uninteresting character whatsoever. I feel like we've met this character already before in someone else. How many people from Claudia's past are we going to meet that's her? Like, I feel like we've met that last season in another character.
another part. This was another scene. She show up. I was like, immediately, I was like, okay, this is about to be one of her another lovers, etc., whatever. And of course, which it end up, oh, I used to be so attracted. I had a crush on you. So I was like, yo, y'all could have deleted this scene and just went straight to when they go to the damn club. I was like, you could have bypassed all of that and could have just showed her like, but I guess you got to introduce the character. But I was like, yo, that scene wasn't even needed at all.
And his character, they could have casted her better. They could have at least casted Lady better. It's just she just looked like some homely, just
Hey, I
doesn't
thought the
look.
same thing. I
uh,
was like, okay. I was like, because I
She got a
immediately
bit.
went back.
You're going to a strip club. She got a business suit on that she got from like I don't know. Like she just don't. She the character just ugh.
It didn't match because I immediately went back to season one. I said, wait a minute. So I was like, I remember the girl she was messing with, and Shorty ain't looking nothing like that. So I was
Yeah,
like, now y'all got this school teacher.
that's exactly what she looked like, a school teacher.
I was like, I'm lost at like how we get to this, and I had a crush on you. I was like,
Yeah,
where? And I was like, Shorty look every bit of like 50.
I get that she's Butch Xavier, but damn, she don't look Butch right here. She just looks homely. She looked homely with that red pants, that pants pulled all the way up to her stomach. Yeah, yo,
Nah,
she just
bro.
looked terrible, yo. That lady
Yeah,
looked terrible.
I'm with retro on that. Like I get the whole butch, but nah, bro. Like
Yeah,
she looked
no,
every bit of 50, and she's probably not. Compared to Claudia, like you look at them two, you'd be like,
ew.
you could probably mistake her for Claudia's mom.
uh,
That's how she looks, literally.
but you know
So
what? She does kind of give me Burke vibes. She do kind of give me Burke vibes, but at least Burke look better than her. This lady, I'm sorry, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. That lady looks homely. She look homely.
but I knew this was a play because they get in the strip club, and
I
of course, I knew it was a play because I was like, okay, you're going to the strip club. I was like, why are they just going to the strip club? Like her quote unquote father just is
This
unalive.
is why I have an issue with the writers for power because y'all do not come up with original writing. Y'all recycle storylines, story arcs. We knew from the second she walked into that club that she was going to be having the strippers selling her
Hmm.
work for her. It's the same thing that Tasha and them did with Epiphany over there in book 2. It is the same situation. It's the same situation where they always go to the club and they always find somebody selling work at the club and they always get them to sell their work. Been there, done that. Can y'all please give us something else different?
I knew immediately. I said, "Oh, now she's about to get ready to find some work," or I, I was like, either she's about to come in contact with somebody who's like she can move to work, or she's going to see and behold, oh, the strippers. Oh yeah, I can get you a better deal. I was like, yo, this is nothing but Tasha St. Patrick all over again. That's
It's
immediately
Tasha.
what I said when I saw it.
That's same thing. Tasha did the same thing when she went down there and she saw Epiphany and they were selling work. It's the same thing. So what's going to end up happening is she's going to be selling them pills, the Serbs work at that strip club.
I was
The fact that Diamond has to sit here and beg Tommy that his brother can come back to work, I didn't like that.
I mean, I was trying to figure out if there was a. I'm guessing maybe because Jenard tried to
Well, you
take.
bullshitting, Demarcus. Claudia might come up for real though. I don't think she's gonna come up that big, but she gonna come up though because she gonna have all
Yeah,
them girls in that club working for her.
yeah, she. But I'm pretty sure before the end of the season, that joint gonna get something gonna happen in that club.
It's gonna be what happened with didn't they get raided or something? Something gonna end up happening where
Yeah, something gonna end up happening. Whether it's gonna be
but they
Tommy
also
finds out
did
about it.
this. They also did this last season with Dahlia. Remember they had the Asian chick. They was selling the work out of the club in
Yep.
season one with Dahlia. So I already knew when she went into that club that's what that was getting ready to be about.
Xavier, I figured that treason is no longer. They are disbanded, and
Yeah,
now
but
they're
half of no,
CBI.
they ain't disbanded. They quit. Half of his workers quit. His workers they didn't turn in no notice. They just quit.
That's what I figured. I figured they're
All
just gonna
workers
follow him.
resign. Yeah, they resign.
Yeah, they gone.
Remember
Treason
because
is gone.
they went and worked. They went and started another rival, the one that shot up the restaurant last
That's
weekend.
right. They sure did. They joined the rival. Yep. So, but who knows what we'll see next episode. So, but yeah, I was
You know
trying
what?
to.
That's what I
That's what
thought
I
I
was
was getting ready
thinking.
to see too, Lady V. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing that they were getting ready to show that knockoff Dahlia at the club. But no, she saw the strippers because there was another girl that was dancing too that was giving one of her patrons a pill.
Yep.
So jukebox, I mean Shanti, because you know that this is another thing that I am getting irritated with. They are writing Shanti's character just like Anika Noni Rose's character was in OG Power.
Yeah.
Not Jukebox and Raising Canaan, but Jukebox and
Box in
OG
power.
Power.
Yeah.
Yes, where she was bullying Canaan, manipulating Canaan,
Yep.
pulling strings on Canaan,
Sure
making
was.
Canaan do this. That's what Shanti reminds me of. They even have her look like she could be Jukebox with the braids and everything. Is anyone
Yo,
else
I
getting
thought the same thing.
Jukebox vibes than me? I thought it was just me, but they're writing her as if she's Jukebox. What if Epiphany is working at that strip club? I would die, Xavier. Yeah, Fresh. We can't hear you, bro. Okay, there
They
you
gonna,
go.
they gonna, okay, there we go. Um, Dang, I forgot. Oh yeah. I was saying that she gave me jukebox vibes as well. She gave me jukebox vibes as well. And then also, yeah, her pimp slapping Jannar. I thought like they was about to have, but I'm glad that they didn't. I thought they was about to have an all out fight, like fist fight, and then they was gonna show her like doing some boxing techniques and moves
I
and
actually want to
knocking
see
him
that.
out. And I was so glad that that did not happen because that's what I thought was coming. I was like, yo, they about to get ready to fight. She about to do some boxing techniques, and then she'll end up knocking him out, doing all this other stuff. And I was like, since she's the trainer, but I'm glad that did happen. But at the same time, I still thought like at the end of the day, he could overpower you. But I guess because he was so high that it didn't hit him. And then again, retro, just like you said, it was whatchamacallit all over again. Um, how he just broke down, like how he did with Diamond.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then it was just like she was like, "You got to either choose me or this," and I'm like, "Yo, for somebody who is now shooting up, I can get it. I can see if you got him when he was snorting. That man is
I'm
shooting up
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry.
There's no way he would have been able to that easily stay here because that man now at that point he's shooting up. That's a totally difference. Like snorting, like yeah, shooting up, totally different. Like it would have been impossible. Like they're making it seem so easy that like, yeah, I'm gonna get him off of this stuff. That's the only thing I didn't like about that part.
But you know what? Couple things. One, I actually thought the same thing. I actually thought the exact same thing that when she slapped him the second time, I was like, oh, they finna tear this place up.
Yeah.
Like they finna fight. I actually wanted to see that because I wanted to almost see them have this toxic, I can't stand you, I hate you, I'll beat you type relationship.
hmm
More so with Jenard. I kind of wanted to see Jenard's character in that abusive, I can't, not necessarily an abusive relationship, but I really wanted him to be dominated in this scene by her because I wanted her to have came over there with a little sense of rage already about her because he had stole her chain, even though
hmm
he gave it back to her. But before the moment in which he gave it back to her, she was already upset. So I really wanted her to take that frustration of him, one, stealing from her, two, him being on the drugs. I really wanted to see her take that out on him in a more physical way. So they've been, they've been playing her up that she's the trainer for all of them at the gym or whatever the case may be. So I really wanted to see her technique, to be quite honest with you. I really wanted to see what is there something to fear for of Shanti. Kind of like with the whole jukebox thing. We know that she was a killer and we knew that she would unalive anybody or whatever. I kind of want to see them activate that side of Shanti, like do what I say or else, you know.
I completely missed the scene where he gave the chain back. I thought he just gave her the drugs.
No, he gave it a chain. Chat, am I right or wrong? Because I thought it was the chain that he had balled up in his hand he gave back to her.
I thought it was drugs because
Or
she said
drugs.
that because he was like, she said you got to choose. So it could have been, but you know what I'm saying. It was probably one of those like I wouldn't really because like I said, this joint I was.
But you
But
know
yeah,
what, Demarcus, I could see why Shanti has a problem with Tommy versus Stacy. Shanti has a problem with Tommy is probably because she just don't like white people. And then
yeah.
she don't like the fact that this white boy coming in here, he running shit and whatever. So I can see why she got a little disliking towards Tommy, but Stacy is just it's ill placed.
It makes no sense. I agree with this Kiwan right here. I don't think he done at all. I don't think it's gonna be a downfall. Matter of fact, when we get to that,
I had a theory on that too. That I think that he gonna unalive himself behind them drugs. Okay, DeMarcus said he gave her the drugs. Lady V says he gave her the chain back. I think it was the chain.
I'm gonna watch it after this because I can't. I swore it was a bag with the heroin in it, but maybe it was the chain. I couldn't remember because I was trying to figure out because remember he took it, so I was like,
I thought Diamond took the drugs though.
oh damn, you know what? No, I thought he just took the syringe.
Oh, okay. 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 I'll have to go back and watch it too then. I
Yeah,
thought Diamond had took the drugs and he was giving her the chain back.
DeMarcus says Jenard gave Shanti the drugs. Yonya said he gave the chain back. Lady Virtue. Okay, we just gonna watch it after this because
Lady
I
V said he gave the chain back too. So yeah, okay. DeMarcus said that chain is
it's
gone.
gone. That's what I was like. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I
DeMarcus
was
said that
like,
chain is gone. Yeah, back to his rightful owner because I think he gave that chain back, y'all.
leave for a second. And no, I had to use it all up. Exactly, Lady V. Like, okay, all right. I'm gonna watch after this. After this, yeah, I'm going back and watch that because I'm like 90% sure it was the bag that he gave her because she literally said, "You got to choose between me or the drugs." And he reached in his pocket, and it looked like a little bag of the heroin, and that's what he gave to her. Exactly, Demarcus said.
She
Shanti
did
said,
say
"Me or the
me or the
drugs."
drugs, but I felt like him giving the chain back sent the same message as it would if he gave her the drugs because he was going to use the chain to go buy more drugs.
Yeah,
So to me, I felt like the message was just as powerful by him giving her the chain back because we knew that's the reason why he took the chain to go get drugs. So that's why I felt like it was a chain that he gave her back because that gave her the hope that okay, maybe I did break him through because not only did he give me my chain back, but that's basically confirming I won't stop fucking with these drugs.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
definitely.
well, Fools My Teeth agrees with you. He says I thought it was the rest of drugs. I thought he had gave Diamond what Diamond caught him with in that moment. And DeMarcus said that chain is gone. We'll see.
We definitely gonna see for sure.
Vic. Crown Vic is a snitch. Vic the snitch is trying to pump Tommy for some information. Tommy trying to keep him at arm's length, and I don't blame you, Tommy. Keep him at arm's length because he fishing, he's sniffing, and so they just came back from making some runs and some deliveries and some drops. And Tommy gives Vic a burner phone and say, "Here, contact me on this phone going forward." And you have a boy that's sitting down, posted up in the cop car. He's not even in a regular car. He's literally posted up in a Crown Vic or a Caprice Classic or something. I like I don't even have cop cars like that anymore. Watching them and basically making notes of everything he observed.
So here is where I think that Tommy is suspicious because one, he gave him the burner phone. He was like, "Here, hit me on
Call
this."
me on this phone. Yep.
Two, when Vic, I forgot the question. Vic asked him something. Was like, I think he said he wanted to meet the connect or something like that, or it had something to do with it. And Tommy was like, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you whatever when it needs to be told." That's when I feel like Tommy is like he got his suspicions up about Vic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, like something not right. Then third, I thought at some point Tommy was going to look over and
And
see
see,
dude
yeah,
because I'm like, it ain't like he was far. He was literally across the street. I don't even know how he didn't see him when he first came out. So I literally thought like, yo, he gonna see the dude across the street, and then that's gonna raise his suspicions even more about Vic. And then fourth, when Tommy was in the car, I forgot who the hell somebody texted him, and Vic was just standing out there smoking. At some point, I figured like, yo, he gonna be like, okay, why you still standing right here? Like, so I thought it was all going. I thought it was all gonna go the other way, but as Retro said, the writing this season. So
it's their writing. It's their writing. It would be a nice twist if Vargas was working for Tommy, but I don't think so. But I just can't. They're like I said this before. They're just so sloppy in the police work here in this season. It's not believable. It's not believable that Tommy would not have noticed them, and they're constantly watching him at this point. At some point, Tommy would have been on peep game that okay, the feds is watching. Tommy is not that. Tommy is not that slow of a leap.
yeah, but not only that though. I mean, he already. Wait a minute. Didn't somebody tell? y'all can recommend if I'm wrong, but didn't somebody already tell? Didn't that attorney already tell both of them? Diamond's attorney that went up to the prisons, like, yo. Matter of fact, yeah, she told Diamond in the barbershop that, like, yo, it's a whole task force.
But and that's the Tommy just don't care.
So I would have thought by then he would know, like, yo, I'm on the radar. Let me lay low. I don't understand why he didn't stay with the truck. I would have stayed with the truck, like, because they're gonna be looking for this Mustang. Let me stay with the truck.
It don't matter. They were following him in that too.
That is true. That's true. Because it damn sure did.
Hell, it don't matter. They were following him in that too. It's just don't make no sense. Who he was sitting to tap? Maria. He running in behind Maria, boy. I tell you what. Like, why is he so pressed over her?
I've been trying to figure that out myself.
Man, this scene was heartbreaking, and it was just somebody said in the comments it was either support gaming or DeMarcus said that when Diamond looks at this, it reminds him of probably how his father treated him.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing too.
Man, I get you trying to toughen your son up, and I get that you want to try to make him a man, but you're demeaning him. You are being abusive towards him. Like, he slammed the door in the little boy's face and locked the door and just like, yo, I get he was trying to provoke him to hit him. I get that he was trying to provoke anger in him, but like, you really trying to take the most innocent thing from a child and turn him into something that he's not. Like, yo, that dude was just hateful and mean, and just he deserved every bit of what happened to him in just a few moments.
I literally thought Leon was gonna hit him.
I want him to.
I thought for when he said, "I'm gonna give you that one," I was like, "Yo, Leon about to hit this nigga with a hook." He about to be dropped. I was like, yo, he about to drop him. And I was like, probably when he got back up, then that's when Diamond was gonna fly over there, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, or whatever, and help him out. Cause I literally thought when he said, I'm gonna give you your best shot, I was like, yeah, bro, he about to drop him. I'm like, Leon about to drop him. He about to hit that man with a hook, and it's about to be a wrap. But he ain't do it, or at least I thought them nosy neighbors that was watching when he was going off, I figured, one of the nosy neighbors was gonna come up and say, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like chill, etc. or whatever. But none of that ever happened. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as we can see, we know exactly why he's that way, because your man is a cokehead. So
yep.
That's exactly why he's probably, like, I think, like you said, DeMarcus or whoever said it earlier, is literally like the same. It's the same thing. He probably just as hard as him because his life ain't going the way he wanted to go. So he taking it out on his son.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamal is a lot like Big Sid. Yeah, he was bullying his son, and Diamond pulled up on him real quick. And he still want to talk cash shit. Shit, damn Diamond, grab you even get to see, yo. And I sent you the video last night.
That's my man. Yeah,
video last night. Alone. He said, leave him alone or I will unalive you. He choked that man out with one hand with very little ease, with very little effort whatsoever.
That's what I said. I said, yeah.
I was like, squeeze a little bit tighter, Diamond. Just squeeze a little bit tighter. Just take them all out. Just take them all out. Just take the last bit of the esophagus out. Which just rip it out.
I thought he was gonna go ahead and unalive him right there. Because he wasn't letting the grip go. So I thought he was gonna unalive him. I was like, yeah, he about to let him go. I was like,
when he put the other hand in and started squeezing tighter, like when Buddy was starting to drop to the ground, I was like, oh yeah, he up out of here. He did a ghost. He just took him out with his bare hands.
Yeah, I literally
alone. Leave them alone. Buddy getting ready to go get his Jordans, his 6-pack Miller Lite, the rest of his little clothes, and he finna be out. They ain't gonna see
one thing. Next episode, we better see something along the lines that dude is gone or something. Because if I don't see, like I said, we on 6. If they don't bring none of this back between now and episode 10, I'm gonna be like, what was the point?
Not only did he sounded like the Hulk, but he looked like the Hulk too. What pulls my TV, he would choke the shit out of that man. He was like, alone, leave them alone. I'm like, man, listen, I'll be like, yeah, I ain't even go home. So look, you can have him. You can have her and him. I'm out. He would choke the shit out of that dude, yo. He deserved it though.
Yeah, he deserved that.
Back to this old white woman,
School teacher.
Miss
Like
Betty. She looked like her name Betty. Hey Betty. Hi Betty.
another scene that could have been
Useless.
deleted. It was useless. I was like, okay. And like I don't okay. I don't know.
But we all know that Claudia working that lady though. Claudia
Yeah.
is working that lady. She working that lady because she ain't got no money right now. She ain't got no resources. So she working that lady over because you could tell she was getting ready to do the same thing she did with Brandy when old lady tried to get some. And she's like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't want to do that. Can we just take it slow? Like, yo, she working that lady over for something.
As soon as she said that, I said, what? I said, oh, she playing her because I've already felt like this entire season anyway, and I don't know exactly what the hell it is. Why it seems like they are forcing Claudia sex scenes in damn near like every episode. I was
And they
like,
look so uncomfortable. All of them look so uncomfortable. The actress has no chemistry with the people that she's being paired with for sex scenes.
y'all keep forcing like a sex scene with her love life, something. I was like, why? I was like, it's not needed. I
Yeah,
was like, it's not needed at all.
it's not needed. This scene right here, this scene was not needed so bad. I don't even remember what it was about. I don't even
This,
know what
okay,
I
I
don't even know what
remember it.
we're talking about right here. It is like not needed.
I remember now. This is when she tells Claudia tells her, like, yeah, I had such a biggest crush on you, et cetera, whatever. Then she asks her about Claudia feeling bad or upset that that Walter is gone. She says no. And I think then is when she realized like either Claudia had something to do with it, etc., or whatever. And then, of course, that's when they get the whole making out, and then she changed to like, I don't want to rush this, etc., or whatever. So yeah, it was a pointless scene. It was a pointless scene. They could have deleted this scene. It was no point for this.
It really was. And with that, on to the next. On to the next, because I don't even know what these hoes talking about. So Claudia go over there, and Diamond Jenard needs some furniture over there at that place. He needs some artwork or something on the wall, accent wall. He needs something because that apartment look empty. It don't look like it got a lamp on. He needs something else, something going on. But anyway, he over there eating a salad, so I guess that's supposed to reaffirm that he's clean now because he's eating a house salad. And so Claudia go over there and she's begging again, bowing and scraping and begging for him to work with her. And he was like, no, I'm not interested. But you heard who was ear hustling. You saw who was ear hustling. Shanti was ear hustling. I feel like Shanti gonna approach her and take that offer.
Oh yeah, we saw that from the
Hey, Lady Blueprint, you right. He about to be those sold all his stuff out of his place for the drugs because he sure don't
oh
look like he
yeah,
got no
dang, I
furniture.
didn't even think about that.
He sure
Probably,
don't look like he got no furniture in that place.
that's probably exactly why he ain't got no damn furniture. But
That TV on the
here,
wall is hanging on by a string, literally.
um, was it support gaming? Who was it that came up? And I said I was gonna get back to that question. I forgot earlier. I think it was support gaming that said something about Jenard. Oh no. We didn't get to that scene yet. Okay, I remember the scene. But here's my problem with this right here. I guess maybe because we didn't see a timeline. You're not gonna make me believe
Mm-mm.
that whenever it couldn't have been no more than what a couple of days, because this man is eating a salad and then drinking a green smoothie, that all of a sudden he done kicked the habit of shooting up It's impossible.
That's what I said. That right there was supposed to make us feel like reaffirm that, oh yeah, Jenard's clean now. He's drinking a green smoothie, a kale smoothie, and eating a garden salad. He's clean now.
I said that is impossible. I said, especially because they made it the way they shot it, they made it so that you could see like the green smoothie. I said, bro, ain't no way in hell. I said, come on, y'all. And I was like, now y'all playing with me in my face. I said, that man is strung out. I was like, once you start to shooting up, like, yo, there's you didn't show him going through, like, I'd rather you show him being like Pookie from New Jack City and going through, you know what I'm saying? Like going through the withdrawal. Like going through the emotions. You ain't show him sweating it out, none of that. He just immediately all of a sudden, yeah, I'm eating
He's better now.
Salad and drinking a green smoothie.
But you know what? Like I said, Shanti gonna go take that work from Claudia. She gonna take that work. And you're right, support gaming. Or DeMarcus, Jenard gonna be pissed about that when he find out that she working with Claudia. But that's what she gonna do. This is the scene I was talking about. Now you had beef with these people. You over here at this man restaurant having a 5-star meal, and then threatening him and still talking cash shit to this man, talking about you not finna give up these territories or whatever the case may be. Man, bro, I saw how that crazy little man was looking at him. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go, Tommy.
At all. I can't say that food did look good though. When I watched this, I wanted some Italian food bad.
Yeah, that food did look good.
I mean, I don't know if it was Italian food.
I was just hoping it wasn't dead people.
I don't know if it's Italian food, but I do know that food looked good when he was eating. It looked good. That's some good looking food. Kind of made me want one. Yeah, this was another another scene I didn't understand because it was just like you said, Diamond had already went there and said, like, yo, I tried to pay him off, it didn't work. And you thought that, like, oh, I can go reason with the Serb. With how? If Diamond literally tried to pay off Jenard debt to this man and he said no, so you immediately thought. Now, however, I did agree with Tommy when he said, yo, we're pushing two different things. So I did agree with that.
That is true. That is true. They are pushing two different types of product.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I thought then he was gonna be like, okay, cool. But then at the same time, I was like, you know what? Nah, because it's like, yo, this is my territory. So I just can't let you come on my territory and push nothing. So then it made sense. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right, that's exactly why, like, he ain't with it. So it made a whole bunch of sense as exactly why he wasn't with it at all. So
and he low key gave Tommy a warning right here too.
He did. I mean, bro,
this is the cleanest look the shovel. Bro, look. He does look disheveled. He does look homely, but at least this is the cleanest that we've seen him look in a while.
And you know what's funny? I was just about to say, like, where bro chains at? And then I remember homie comment, he probably sold them joints off for the Aaron.
Bro ain't got no chain and jewelry, no more heat. And that's what I said last season. Jenard was a businessman. Y'all playing in my face. Y'all are really playing in my face. Jenard was a businessman. He was making big moves. He had done bought the barbershop for Diamond. He had done bought the condos and everything. Bro, he was like, we own property now, bro. CBI, we own property now. And now y'all got him sitting out here shaking like a leaf.
Shaking like a leaf. Shaking like a stripper.
Shaking like a leaf, shaking like a stripper, shaking.
I was literally like, damn. I was like, y'all couldn't have showed him more cleaner than this? Because I had already knew. As soon as I saw him like this, I said, man, please. And then this part right here is what got me. Because I was like, I wonder if it was purposely where he's trying to cover up the track marks on his arm. Because he had his arms folded like the entire time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. That's what he was trying to do. Because he had them joints folded.
He's trying to cover up the needle marks.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't matter because Tommy seen that.
Somebody's take me back to season one. Somebody take me back to season one. I don't know if it was episode 1 or episode 2. Whenever Diamond got out of jail, and he gave the security guard the Jordans, and Jenard came and picked him up, took him to gave him the condo. He had
Mm-hmm.
done bought the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have sworn he had a comment that CBI, we own real estate now, we own properties or whatever. Like Jenard's supposed to have businesses and money. Like,
Yep.
what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm with you. I remember that. I don't remember what properties, but I remember he said that. He was like, bro, we just not
Drug dealers no more.
streets no more. Yeah, he was like, we like CBI, I've been holding it down since you've been in here. CBI is up here now. Like, we got this, we got that. So, but yeah, I definitely think Tommy saw the signs immediately when Diamond gave him that, when him and Diamond hugged. Like, I think either he
You're
saw
right. That's
track
exactly
mark.
why he opened up that arm right there. He wanted nobody to see him shooting up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was either the track marks or he saw the way, because what else I noticed was how jittery Jenard was the entire time, because he kept just doing like this. He was moving, and well, I ain't gonna get into that because that's real life. But I know the signs
That's
too.
why I hate when with the writing, because they play with us. Rather than what made sense was to have him wear long sleeves, they have him wear a short sleeve shirt and do this just so they can communicate the message to the viewers that he's trying to hide the fact that he's been using, even though we know that he's been using. So yeah, it's those things that they use as a plot device to try to get us to remember that, oh yeah, he's trying to hide the fact that he's using.
Well, I've been confused anyway this entire season because Jenard done had on jackets, hoodies, etc., whatever in scenes,
And
and
Tommy
it's
stay
been people
in
outside with shorts on.
winter clothes. Tommy stay in winter clothes.
Yeah,
He walk
Tommy, I
around with
figured
Tim's on, jackets, everything.
he stayed with it, but it was just like Jenard got on full Gucci like jackets, everything, and there's people outside with shorts on. So I was like, is it summer or is it fall? Like, which one is it? Because I know these summers in Chicago get hot.
Yeah.
Some, so it's like, which one is it? But yeah, I definitely
Tommy
think
ain't
Tommy
going
did
though.
that.
Tommy ain't going. Tommy
Yeah,
is not going.
yeah.
Tommy ain't
S-
going.
Tommy might be. Well, nah. The plot twist probably gonna be Diamond might be the one that unalive Jenard. It might come down to that situation because Tommy told him straight up, like, "Hey, like one mess up, that's it." Or that might be the one mess up, and Diamond saying, like, "Nah, I'm out," and that starts the split or whatever. I don't know where they're going with the season, so who knows? At this point, it could be any and everything. Okay, so this was another
Hold
scene
on,
I
I
could
got
have
to
dealt
close up
without.
my phone for this.
This was another scene I could have dealt without. With Tommy pulling up on her at work.
They definitely should have did it out, because here we have yet another continuity issue.
Okay.
When Tommy's at this hospital, the Serbians had not went over there and started shooting up the project yet. But he got an urgent call to go away like they had. And I'm like, okay, what was the urgent call from? Who was the urgent call from? Because they hadn't even showed the Serbians shooting up the neighborhood yet. But he rushed off.
Damn. I didn't even think that. I thought that's what he got the call for, was that they shot up the projects.
Mm-mm. They hadn't
And
done that yet. They
and that's
hadn't
why
done it yet. Because remember, in the scene, they actually showed the Serbs pull up, and they didn't show anybody calling Tommy to tell Tommy what was going on. So to me, I feel like that was a placement error. This scene should have came after the Serbs went and shot up the neighborhood, because at this point there's no imminent danger, and he runs off. See, right there, he's getting the call to run off but the Serbs hadn't even pulled up in the scene. If the
Okay.
scene would transition to them shooting out, then okay, we could say somebody called Tommy. But in the scene, they pulled up and hopped out.
Yep. You're right. Yeah. It should have. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It should have been. It should have been. It should
Already
have
in
been happening
progress.
at the same time.
Yeah,
So
it
like
should have been in progress. So when they panned to that scene, they should have showed them just shooting up the place versus them pulling up and hopping out and start shooting. So to me, that was a continuity error. And it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever that Maria would even know who Big Smurf is. How does she know who Big Smurf is?
yo. Damn, she sure did know exactly who he was.
She was like,
I,
"Was Tommy with you? Was Tommy with you?" Like, how do you even know this dude? When have y'all had interaction with each other?
yo, I never even thought about that. I'm thinking
Somebody help
maybe,
me understand it because I had to go back and watch that scene 3 different times to try to figure out, did Tommy say something about Smurf when he ran off?
yo, I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking maybe,
You know what, support gaming? Uh you're right. Big Smurf is the new Dre, and I don't like Smurf because when he picked up that little boy and used him as a shield, I thought about Dre in Power. Dre did the same thing in Power. He
bruh,
did the same thing. Big Smurf, you wrong for that. Big
this is.
Snoopy, Big Teddy Bear, whatever the hell your name is. You wrong for that. You pick that boy up and use him as a shield, yo.
No, I
That's
thought it was a grown. I thought it was a grown man he picked up.
it. Don't matter who it was. He picked up somebody and used him as a shield. That's fucked up. He was fucked up for that.
To
Yo,
me, I hated the entire scene with them pulling up because I was like, yo, first of all, if this is y'all project, number one, you should have already had somebody that's like, if not at the very beginning of the project, like at least a block off that's supposed to give a heads up. Like, yo, something like because when you doing stuff like that in the project, you immediately you got somebody that's the lookout that's going to let you know whether the cops come, etc., whatever. They didn't have
that anybody that's coming into the hood don't belong.
that don't belong. Didn't have that. Two, they pull up, they get out. These fools got SKs, assault rifles, everything. Y'all doing all this shooting and what hit like what 3 people?
Yeah,
Like
and 3 buildings.
y'all just hitting people and then the dude is shooting a grenade gun. Cause like it's one point and that joint made me so mad. It's one point in the scene, and if y'all go back and watch it, y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. It's one point in the scene where they shooting up a storm, and it's an old lady that's on her point on her porch, banging on the door. I guess for somebody to let her in. I was like, yo, there is no way in the world she wouldn't have got hit. The other people wouldn't have got hit. They firing back with little Glocks and pistols and all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me this is all y'all come in like 3 trucks deep with this heavy artillery and y'all only hit this many people? And then these, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. These 5 fools, they wait till they rolling out
To start
to
shooting back.
retaliate.
Yeah.
I was like, where was y'all at when them fools was tearing up the whole projects?
I don't know about that, Demarcus. I don't think Rock used Kenya as a human shield. If she did, it was after Kenya had already got shot. Because remember, Kenya showed up to Rock's place to, try to make amends with her when they pulled up and started shooting. So technically, she didn't use her as a human shield. She got shot. Now she may have used her as a human shield after she had got shot, but Dre and Big Smurf, I thought he was getting ready to pull old boy to safety, but he used dude as a human shield for real, for
I
real.
I thought that too at one point. I thought he was gonna pull him to safety, but then it was just like, cause like how first of all, like the way that girl, I don't even know where she came from. Never seen her character. The way she got shot, uh, the way like Big Smurf got
He
blown
got
up
shot too, though.
with the it was just what's going on, Miss Honey? And the whole scene just made me angry because
What's up, Miss Honey?
I was like, yo, this is not real life. I was like, yo, 3 trucks pull up with heavy artilleries, and if I was like, there's no way
This
none of
was
the
a scene in Grand Theft Auto. You're right, and you're right, guys. The dude with the headphones did not get shot until he was used as a human shield. I agree.
I was like, it's impossible. Hold on. Damari said, remember saw Big Smurf on the gurney. I thought something happened to Tommy. Just like, but yeah, we still trying to figure out how she know Big Smurf though.
Yeah, we still trying to figure out how she knew him. Like, there's
Exactly, Miss Honey. You are not rolling up in the projects like that. If somebody that grew up in the hood, you are not. I guarantee you on every single level, you're not rolling up in the projects like that. Period. I don't care. And it's a one way. It's a one way in, one way out. No.
Yeah, you right. Support gaming. That would have been something to trip off of. I don't. Again, it goes back to continuity for me, because sometimes I wonder after y'all make the final cut to the episode, do y'all actually go back and watch it and make sure that the scenes that y'all cut out actually need to be brought back in? Because to me, there's something missing here. There's something missing where Tommy obviously tells her that I'm in a life and this is my crew that I run with. Because at this point, she don't know none of that. At that point, she don't know that. She know that he worked with her brother, but she should not know Big Smurf. Of all people, I could see if she would have said Diamond. It would be most likely that Tommy would talk to her about Diamond than he would about Big Smurf. That just the editing is dreadful. You're right, Miss Honey. The editing in this episode was dreadful
It was
from
dreadful.
beginning to the end. I 100% agree. It is
Because
all over the place, multiple continuity issues, and this was a big one. There is no reason why she should know who Big Smurf is. And secondly, when Tommy ran off, there was no danger for him to run off to before the danger occurred.
not only that, in this scene, I don't care how many people out there. I don't care how dark it is. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna tell me with all them black people
I was the
you
same
do
thing,
not see
Tommy,
Tommy pale white behind
bag
standing
of
out
white
there in
lily
that crowd.
flower, a bag of white lily flower sitting here. Ain't no way. That I said the same thing.
I said all them cops and you gonna try. I said there is. I said that's impossible, bro. I said I don't care how dark it is. I said I don't care what's going on because that's what I literally thought. I thought it was like the cops. Somebody was gonna recognize him, and then he was gonna take off.
You're
But you
right.
trying to
Sport
tell
Gaming
me?
Power is notoriously known for cutting scenes that probably need to stay on the drawing board.
I was like, yo, that's impossible. I was like, ain't no way in the world. I was like, I was like, all them black people out there, and then here he come, no tan, pale face. You're not gonna tell me you don't see him standing right there.
That's why I felt like going back to what Miss Honey said about the editing, because I felt like this scene right here, this scene should have came after this.
Exact. Matter of
Or
fact, yep,
after
you're
this.
right.
This scene should have came after this,
Yeah,
not
you're
before.
right. Not before.
That,
Yep,
that
you're
was
right.
that was poorly edited. And then it would have even made sense if he would have been on the phone with Big Smurf and said, Big Smurf, what's going on? What's going on? And she overheard his name. Now,
Mm,
when Big Smurf comes in on the gurney, and she says, Big Smurf was Tommy with you because he left to go see about you. That would have made sense if they would have, if that's how I would have wrote it.
that
I would
makes
have
a
wrote
whole
it
bunch of
just that
sense.
way where Tommy would have mentioned Big Smurf's name out loud in this scene after this had happened.
Yep.
Then when he came in on the gurney, she would have said, Big Smurf, Tommy left to go see about you. Are you okay? You okay? Was Tommy with you? That would have made more sense.
Yeah. Yep. You're right about that. Yep. You right about that. I ain't even peeped that.
And okay, so Mirković sent him a text and basically told him,
You know, this is what the north side will look like if you step 1 foot up there.
damn.
But I still don't. I didn't get that part because I was like, because I was lost. I was thinking like, yo, is the project in the north side or is it not? Because I was like, are you trying to say the north side is going to turn into
That was a
hell?
message. That was a message. Remember, Tommy told them that they was coming for the rest of their territory. So basically, he was basically telling Tommy, if you do, this is what's going to happen when you do.
Oh, you know what, Xavier? Dang, you know what? Xavier might have a point. He said maybe Mirković called him to let him know what's going to happen.
That's a good point, Xavier. But if that be the case, I need for them to have
Like,
shown us that.
Yep,
They show us
support
the
game just said it.
smallest and minuscule details, but that being one that they should have actually showed us. Or even if they would have had Tommy mention his name out loud. That's all they had to do. Mirković, what the fuck do you want? Something to that effect. It could have been anything to explain how he got the information before it happened and how Maria knew who Big Smurf is.
DeMarcus got a point. Robert Thompson did direct this episode. Now I ain't trying to knock on.
It shows.
I'm not trying to knock on Robert Townsend, but yeah,
I guess you're right about that, DeMarcus. I stand corrected.
I didn't even think about that. That might be because I mean, it's some stuff. Robert Townsend is a good director. He got some classic movies, but it's some stuff.
Yeah, but not for a show like this.
Yeah,
not for a show like this.
Yeah, not for no show like this at all.
This lady, Miss Honey, get your girl, Miss Honey, because she don't lost her mind.
Lost it.
Yeah, she lost. She said, "Well, you better figure out." She was like, "Well, you better figure out a way to find it, because your ass ain't gonna get no immunity." It's like she don't care how she get the intel that she wants. She don't care if you lie, cheat, steal, make up a case on somebody or whatever. She just need you to testify. Something tells me that Vic gonna set her up.
Bruh, I was literally thinking that. I was thinking either he's gonna set her up or like, especially after Tommy told him like, yo, I want Claudia to suffer. He's not, because as you can see, he ain't even been willing to give up the information on Tommy. It's always been, well, I can tell you Claudia, I can tell you Claudia, I can tell you Claudia, etc. And she's like, no, I want Tommy. So I think he got another game in play at some point.
Yeah, it's
gonna come back and burn her.
He's gonna steer her down all the wrong path.
It's gonna come back and burn her. That's exactly what it is.
You were dead wrong about that lady wig. He said, "Is the wig too tight on her head? It's making her lose brain cells."
Yeah, that's wild. But you know what's crazy, Xavier? Because when she turned around, I was like, "Yo, that is a horrible wig."
Yeah, that was horrible. The way they dressed her, her makeup, her wig, all this. See, I hate when they bring characters on the show like that, and they just do them any kind of way. It's like they did the same thing with that lady that was. I don't like people playing on my phone. I don't like people playing on my phone the same way when they first brought her on the show when she was Tamika, when she was in charge of the Eastern District. They brought her in, dressed her like she was the first lady of somebody's church. You know, they doing the same thing with this lady right here. They just don't, like, in a modern world nowadays. I don't feel like that lady would be dressed like that.
No.
And I certainly don't feel like she would be acting like that if she's like the head of the criminal ASAU department.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like how they do characters like this.
Nah, she wouldn't be at all. She would not be. Xavier because he would basically put it all on Claudia, that she runs the organization. So it's that simple. Like, he can easily provide evidence of her still moving product and that stuff like that. So because he has a vendetta out against her. So
Yeah,
easily
but
what
I
he
need
can.
for them to. She just found out who Tommy was 2 seconds ago. 2 seconds ago, she didn't even care about who Tommy was until they called out, and maybe that's what it is. Again, but I need for them to notify us if this is the case. But remember when she called out in New York and they told her that Tommy Egan was dead? So
Yep.
maybe that's what the obsession is over, that she's going to be the case that New York couldn't beat, or she's going to bring someone to justice that New York had been trying to prosecute for all these years. I feel like maybe that's what her obsession is over Tommy, but it's very unclear as to why she has this obsession with trying to win this case.
DeMarcus, I've been thinking that exact same thing. I think at some point, either he's going to be the one to, to, you know what I'm saying, to cross her over, or like he gonna do something because like bruh is pissed. Like especially when she told him earlier in the episode, like you report straight to me. His face was like, yo, what? Like what the fuck? Like yeah, dude, he getting tired of her. Like he just trying to get the whole organization. Because remember, he was going straight after Vic, and when she said let Vic go, his face was like, what? Like yo, we got a nationally known, like we know this dude has been moving
Yeah, we
weight.
got a case. We have a
So
case.
we have a case, and she, yeah, like, yeah, yeah, it's about that.
I think he's gonna throw us some bad information.
Yeah,
But then it's kind of like he's going back and forth because when he's sitting here at his dad's desk looking at Gloria's picture, just crying about her again, um, he was like, the only way I can get out is to give up Tommy. But we know that it's going to be a season 3.
yeah.
So I think I heard that they've been renewed already for season 3. So we know that nothing is going to happen to Tommy in this season, per se. So we know that all roads that are going against Tommy, whether that's Ashanti, Vic, and all of them, not going to end well for them. So
It's
you
not.
gonna see Gloria sooner than you think, Crown Vic. Don't worry, y'all will be reunited very soon.
I agree with that, Miss Honey. I don't understand the point of him being on the domestic violence call either. I was trying to figure that out. I didn't understand. I didn't understand why he was sitting outside the crib in the first place, but whatever. I like I
I
said,
think it's supposed to make us feel like going back to the scene with him and his father. I guess it's
mhm,
supposed to make him for us to recall that Diamond was a battered young man too when he came up, and
okay,
that's just gonna he's gonna be there for Leon and his mom, and he's not gonna have to grow up and be in the streets like how he had to. That's what the message that they were trying to send with that.
okay. That makes perfect sense now that you said that, because I was trying to figure that out. I was like, bro, why you just sitting outside the crib? And I was like, if you're gonna sit out the crib, do something. But you right. You know what? That makes the best sense.
Vic is rather delusional when he's sitting there talking to that picture, and it's like, part of you is also responsible for Gloria not being here. So don't you can't put all that on your father. You were
Yeah.
in the life.
In the
You
life, and Tommy told you to get the hell out, and you
out
did
of the
not
life.
go.
So you have just as much complacent in this than your father. And then on top of that, you brought your girl into the life and you brought her business into the life when y'all were doing work out of that bar. So don't just act like she was hit by a stray bullet in the streets. You brought her into your world of criminal and violence. So you
Yep.
can't be mad at nobody but yourself. This crash dummy Caning 2.0 in the background and this jukebox 2.0. This whole every scene of them this episode reminded me of Kanan and Jukebox. Every single bit of it.
I was just I was I was lost because out of nowhere it just shows her, yeah, we just gonna take over. Like we never got those vibes before that, like, yo, let's try to get you back in CBI. Let's try to take over. Like it was just she was just all it was like she was just, I don't want to say submissive, but it was just more so she was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was bigging him up, making him feel good as a man. But I'm gonna follow you. But we never, at no point in time, did we get the vibes that like, yo, she wanted to be on top, and then out of nowhere, it's just like, and that's where I had a problem with the scene because I was like, yo, out of nowhere, I was like, now all of a sudden you want to take over and you want to be big because I was like, yo, you told Diamond like, oh yeah, if you whatchamacallit, I could get my peoples and we can do this. And now all of a sudden it's like you're trying to just take over everything. Support game, and I forgot if you remember your question, this was the scene I was talking about because I remember you said something about it. But I just didn't get it. Let me know your question and I can
His
answer
question
it.
was, what if Jenard takes out Ashanti?
I don't think he will. I think here's what I think is gonna happen because his face is right here. I think he's going to recognize that Shanti is not a rider like how he thought she was. So I think what's going to happen was well, you know what? Now that you say that, he might be the one. He might be the one that takes her out. Because I think he's gonna start to realize, like, yo, she don't care about me. She's just trying to get on top and she's just trying to take over. But I kind of felt like he at some point he was going to relay the message to Diamond and said, like, yo, I think matter of fact, and this is a theory, because it just popped in my head. I think it's gonna come to a point where Shanti is going to say, Diamond has to go. And then that's when he's probably going to snap and unalive Shanti. And then, of course, he's going to get back on that narcotics. Because his face right here tell it all when she was telling him. And he was just like, oh, okay. I think he kind of somewhat is clean enough to think where he like, oh, so like you just been playing me this whole time. Because he looked confused, like, so that might be what it is. That might be what it is.
Well, we know that that's the same thing that got Jukebox unalive in power, is because when she tried to turn Kanan against Tariq,
Mm-hmm.
which she wasn't wrong, but Kanan had, a grown an attachment to Tariq. So it's the
Yep.
same thing. Ashanti gonna be like, okay, or once they think that they may have gotten rid of Tommy, they're gonna try to drop Diamond, and he ain't gonna be with that. That's my brother.
Yep.
You can do that.
Yeah. I think this is exactly
So he's
Miss
gonna go
Honey.
off the deep end, just like Support Gaming said. What if he goes off the deep end and unalives her? I can see
Yeah.
that happening,
Yeah. I
but
think
I can
I agree.
also see Diamond taking her out.
That's what I was about to say. I can see that as well. That's what I was thinking. Like I was thinking it wasn't gonna be him. It was gonna be Diamond because I felt like Diamond was the one that was gonna start putting two and two together
Right.
and like, yo, she playing you.
Yep.
And he was gonna be the one to take her out.
Because see, she ain't loyal to none of them. She really does kind of remind me of Jukebox character a little bit. Because she's
Yeah.
really not loyal to none of them. She want that money.
Yep.
And that was the same thing Jukebox was on. Jukebox wanted that money. She didn't give a shit about Kanan. But I don't know. It's the parallels for me is the parallels to the other characters, and I think they do that to keep us watching because we think that their storylines are going to end the same as the other characters. But these parallels that they write to these characters is really starting to annoy me, and it's really being shown over and over and over in this installment of Power. That we just get these repeat storylines from OG Power. This situation right here is this girl, I can understand somebody asked in the comments why did they show her and Holly? Shit, they really making her to be Holly.
Mm-hmm.
But what I
Exactly.
would rather them did was I would have rather them gave him a scene like how they did with Tariq back in whatchamacallit, when he walked in that classroom and saw all the people that he was responsible for being unalive. They really
Mm-hmm.
should have given Tommy that situation so where it should have been Holly in the room. It should have been Lakeisha
Julia.
in the room.
Yeah.
They should have brought all of them.
Not Juliana. Was that her name? Was Juliana? No. What was it?
Liliana.
Yeah, Liliana. Yep. I thought that's who I thought. I thought literally, now that you say that, that's what I thought was going to happen when he started hearing Holly. I thought Lakeisha was going to show up as well, and then I thought at some point like it was going to be Liliana, and like he was just going to have this whole guilt fest. Like, yo, all of
I'm
these
sorry this
women.
happened to you. I'm sorry I let this happen. But
Yeah.
technically, I kind of understand why they did not bring Lakeisha back because Tommy didn't unalive Lakeisha. Tasha did.
Ah, that's right. That's right. He only. Oh, that's right. And he didn't unalive Liliana either.
He didn't unalive
But
Liliana. Claudia
but
did.
he spoke to Liliana. What was it? Was it the first episode or the second? Whatever episode, I remember him hearing Liliana's voice. So I thought at some point she was gonna come back.
He did hear. He didn't see a hallucination. He heard a hallucination with her voice. Yes,
Yeah.
but it could have been the same thing because technically, there's not really anything for Lakeisha to be mad at Tommy about because she didn't unalive him, and he did try to vindicate her. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't like this Maria character. I don't like the chemistry between the two of them, but I think she's going to end up being pregnant with child, and the same thing's going to happen to her. I feel like the whole reason for bringing Holly back is showing her pregnant is
Yep.
foreshadowing.
Yep.
It's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing what's going to happen next.
That's the first thing I thought. As soon as I heard when he said Holly, I said, yo. And Maria was asleep. I was like, yo, don't tell me Maria is pregnant. And then he's going to end up unaliving her. And now he's going to have this big beef and war with Miguel over his sister. I don't know where she is and all this. I was like, I'm hoping
Been there,
that's
done that,
not.
but that's what's going to happen, sir. Been there,
I
done
was
that,
like,
but that's what's going to happen, sir. Xavier, I agree with you on that to a certain extent too, because when they used to show the apparitions every once in a while, okay, you know, especially when they showed them for the characters when they were drunk or when they were high or whatever the case may be. Okay, yeah, I can see why they. But these apparitions does take a little bit of the realism out of the show for me because we know in real life you don't see dead people, so that's just that does become a bit much from time to time.
yeah. And then it was like, she's holding. Well, she had to be more than 3 weeks because as we can see, she holding her stomach and she had a little pudge.
I kind of agree with Xavier on that though, because that was a bit of an exaggeration because she had just found out she was pregnant. Because remember, her and Tasha was taking the at home pregnancy test, and Tasha
Mhm.
told she needed to go to a doctor and find out for sure. So yeah, she was probably a 3 days pregnant on power.
I mean, I don't know, but when Holly showed up, I was for one thing for sure. I was for sure. I thought Maria was going to wake up and ask him, like, "Yo, who you talking to?"
You know what? A lot of people are comparing Holly to Kate. We compared her to Kate back when we were watching Power. We felt like that's why Tommy was so in love with Kate was because Kate with Holly because of the comparison to his mother. But y'all peep that Kate is MIA right now. We didn't talk about that. Remember when he was talking to JP? JP said
Hey,
they have
yo,
been texting. We have been texting Kate, and Kate hadn't responded to my text either. I don't know where she's at.
hey, yo, the
So
fact that you sound literally like
that's how he talks. That's how the character talks. I'm JP.
yo, you sound just like JP.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
the
I'm
old
sorry.
voice.
I'm sorry.
You sound exactly like him, and I'm sitting here, and all
Stupid.
I keep saying, I'm looking at you, but I see his face.
What? My JP voice? I'm just saying though,
That got
bro.
me wondering, like, yo, do he talk
JP.
like that in real life?
I hope he doesn't talk like that in real life. But we peeped that Kate is MIA. So one or two things: Kate back out there on that stuff.
Yep.
Or Kate don't pack that shit and went back to New York.
You know what? But no, because it's still But that still wouldn't make
JP
sense
said that
because the
Kate was
boxes.
missing, that Kate had not came home, and she had not returned their text messages. And I believe Tommy might even said, "Oh, I hadn't heard from her either, but this is what she do." So, but what Tommy doesn't realize is that your mom just broke her sobriety, no matter how short it was. So she may be like way out bad now because usually people who break sobriety and they run back to the drug instantly like that, they kind of overindulge in it.
Yeah.
So either they're gonna find Kate unalive somewhere, or Kate don't pack her shit and she don't went back. Listen, Miss Honey, we said the same thing earlier. JP do not leave that house. He don't go to work. He don't go to the grocery store. He don't
He
do
don't
nothing
go to
but
the bar now.
sit there and wait for Tommy to come over. That's all he do. Sit there, wait for Tommy to come over.
But I'm trying to. You know what, Lady V? You got a good point.
Kate
Nobody
ain't in a
checking
good
the
place.
rooms.
The fact that JP said that she MIA, I felt like they had probably already went and looked in her room, and she
Okay.
ain't in the house. Something bad don't happen to Miss Kate.
But when you said her going back to New York, it's just I'm trying to think because, like I said, when I can't even think of her name right now, and it's sad because I remember I could see her face, I could see the character. Um, y'all correct me. The one that gave her the letter
Oh,
and
you talking about Diana?
Diana. When Diana gave her the letter, like you said, she had them boxes. So like I don't know, man. This the universe don't. It's almost like the power universe starting to become like the Marvel universe. Like you got to go back and go forward, and it's something not adding up.
You
Like
know what? This was a good concept. This was a good idea because this was a good idea at the time. And the reason why I'm going to say at the time, because at the time, we were not ready for OG Power to go away. We weren't ready, even though we was on season 6, even though we had issues with the writing and some of that, we just was not ready to let go of the Power universe at that time. So the idea that we would get 4 different spinoffs just became great for us. But in reality, it's time they probably need to consolidate and condense these shows down to maybe 2 or 1. Maybe 2, actually 2. Raising Kanan and Book 2. They need to bring this character back to Book 2.
yeah,
This continuity of power, it's not holding us. It's not enough. Because at least within Book 2, we have the familiarity of some of the characters and the story.
yep.
With Tommy, it's just like it's just not. I've said this from day one. It's just not enough. If they do resurrect Ghost and they bring Ghost back, they need to bring him back to Force.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it that would be the perfect for him to come back. I would not bring him back on book 2 because it would make no sense. Bring him back on Force.
You right, support game and time and time. This Force timeline is an alternate universe. It's Earth 818 instead of 613. It's a different version of Earth because these characters right here. But Holly did look good though. Holly looked good. She looked
Xavier,
the
you got a
same to
good
me.
point. Where the hell is JP father? Did he pass?
He was supposed to be sick in season 1. I think he was sick or something like that. Because matter of fact, that's why JP was struggling so bad because he was paying for his dad's doctor's bills or medical bills or whatever the case may be.
I'm I'm trying
But
to.
why hasn't Kate and JP's dad had interaction with each other?
Bro, I've been thinking that for the longest time. Like that should have been happening this season at some point. Because remember, at one point she didn't even really believe that JP was her son.
Was her son? Yep.
So at some point, it should have been like they should have had that meetup. Like, okay, yeah, you about to talk to my father, and y'all about to have a conversation, and they never had it. Comment on that. I'm new to the MCU on Agent Carter season 1. I was one of the pieces. I Lady V, I'm not even gonna get into Agent Carter for real, for real. I
Yeah, we'll get started by Agent Carter because
yeah,
listen,
we'll be here all night. Yeah,
we
but
sure
that's how
will be.
our universe feels, like the MCU.
So, do y'all think that Force? Because the rumor mill is Stars is over there canceling 4 shows. Stars got 4 shows on the chopping block.
I don't
That's
think
getting
I
ready
don't
to
think
be
it's gonna be
canceled.
Force because Force is second in ratings under Book Two. Like it's Force, it's Book Two. I mean, I'm sorry, it's Book Two, it's Force, it's Raising Kanan, then it's BMF. So I think if anybody,
Force
it'd
has
probably
got
be
better
BMF.
ratings than Raising Canaan.
Yeah,
You
I thought it
kidding
was
me?
a lie when what's his face? I can't think of his real name, but the guy that plays Tariq, when him and Lil Meech from BMF was going back and forth about the ratings, it
Nah,
was like y'all don't even get enough ratings. I thought he was lying until I looked him up. I looked them up myself. It's book two.
I'd rather
Book
see
two has the
BMF go
highest.
before I see Raising Canaan go. Y'all said Raising Canaan in danger? What?
Boy, I will be pissed if Raising Cane is in danger. It's impossible, but that's literally how I go. It's book two, it's Force, then it's Raising Canaan, then it's BMF. BMF is the lowball one. So I can see BMF leaving, but
Yeah, I can see BMF leaving, but I'd rather see this one go.
I was shocked to see that BMF was under Force. I was shocked to see that. That shocked me. And sure enough, Razor Canyon is under Force. Like I don't even like. I think if I remember correctly, I think book two gets about two. I think about 2 mil viewers. I think it's Force gets about a mil. Raising Canaan gets like a little bit under a million, and I think BMF was like down and like I don't know, like they way below um Raising Canaan. But I was shocked to see that. I was shocked. I was for sure that Raising Canaan. I thought Raising Canaan would have more than Force, especially the
Okay,
way everybody's
that's
playing
good.
up.
That's good, Xavier, because I'm gonna say please don't cancel P Valley because they didn't even finish the story with P Valley. They can cancel any one of these powers right now, and I think we'll be okay with it. Even if they cancel Force, I think we could live with them canceling Force because all they would do is just bring Tommy's character back to book 2 or whatever. And other than that, Tommy's character and Diamond, Tommy and Diamond are only 2 people that I would want them to save from this show. Other than that, every single one of the rest of them can go.
I don't agree with that, Xavier. I'm kind of glad they got rid of influence because it was just like with I think we would be dealing with the same thing, like how we dealing with Force. Like
Yeah,
because we would have had new characters in Tate joint that I think
and
Tate would joint
Tate, and just Tate as that person that we recognize from the original installment
yeah, it
would
would have
have
just
been
been
enough.
all politics. It would have
It
been
would have been enough. It wouldn't have
it
been
would have been
enough. Just
enough. We would have been like,
like
okay,
even
this is
with Tommy,
boring.
even with it being Tommy, it's still not enough for us.
Yeah, that's why I think like yeah, it would have been
Yeah,
it
they
would
need
have
to
been
keep book 2 and Raising Canaan. But like I said, they can move these characters. They can move some of these characters into book 2 easily, particularly Diamond and Tommy. Let's just say they go on Lamb and they decide to go back to New York or whatever the case may be, and they could roll that right into the story over there in book 2. But I'm wondering if Force would have been more entertaining for us and would have been a more entertaining show if they would have went the original direction with Force and did it out in the West Coast versus taking it to Chicago. I'm wondering if we would have had a better show.
we might you know what? We might have because I think it would have probably been more cartels out there in the West Coast because they would have had all these shipments coming up from Mexico. So it
You
might have
know,
been.
for gaming, that's a good idea actually. Influence could have been set in the past as well.
But I mean, it's Tate though. Like,
Yeah, it's tape. It
yeah,
still
you
would
know
have
what I'm
been
saying?
enough.
Like,
It still would have been enough, but I would have liked to have seen this story of what kind of dirty cop he was and how he got to the point that he got to. That
yeah,
would I wouldn't have wanted to see that with a character like Tate. I would have loved to see that with a character like Ghost. That's who they should give a backstory to. they should give Ghost's character a prelude.
But that's why I'm still lost at Raising Kanan being third in ratings, because I'm like, yo, this is a prelude to give you the
We
whole
ain't gotten there yet.
the backstory though.
When we get there, they'll watch them ratings shoot.
It probably will, but that's why I was so lost, because I was like, yo, bro, Raising Kanan is dope as hell. We're in a different timeline, we're in a
Yeah,
different
it's the 90s.
year, everything. Like I was
It's the
like, I don't
90s.
understand it.
But see what they have done now, they've messed it up, so to speak, because now they have created multiple shows that are marketed to different age groups. So when we're watching OG Power is marketed to one particular age group per se. Now with a book two, they're marketing it more to a younger generation of viewers. Raising Cain is like us New York undercover age group viewers. So they're marketing to several different audiences now, and now they expect all of the audiences to watch all of the installments. And it just
That's true. Because now that you say that, I felt like it probably would have been better if they would have just did book two, did whatever seasons they was gonna do for book two. Then y'all could have went to either Raising Kanan or Force, carry that along, etc. But like you're right, because you got that. Then because of 50, everybody ties BMF into the Power universe, and it has nothing to do with the Power universe. But
yeah.
we know it's 50, so it's like he got 4 shows. Yeah, he got Force. Yeah, you got 4 shows all together. So it's like everybody's trying to pick and choose which ones to watch.
And another thing that hurts them, and we're gonna get back on this episode. Another thing that hurts them is in this Power universe, you have got to have a show on all the time. You cannot have these long breaks. We had a 3-month break from book two to Force, and you wonder why your subscribers went down. You wonder why your views are going down. Power universe is set to design that there should be always a Power show on. So that means immediately when one go off, another one needs to come on so you can retain that viewership.
Yeah.
But if you give us a 3-month hiatus, we're gonna go find other stuff to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, because matter of fact, I remember now because once book 2 went off, they gave us BMF.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? BMF ain't got nothing to do with Power. But
You
I
should
mean, I
have
guess
Power in rotation all the time. You got 3 shows of it. You have enough to keep one on year round.
Yeah, like BMF should have came way.
Tommy
And
don't
then
take
it's
this
like,
to bed, and that's the worst thing that he could have ever done for himself, because when Miguel find out he gonna slit you from ear to ear, he gonna gut you. Just like he did that dude in that bathroom. So, but we already know they're gonna end up getting rid of Miguel next episode. If they don't get rid of him next episode, he'll be out of here by episode 8. They're gonna put some in that insulin, and he's out of here.
I got about 10.
Maybe 10.
Matter of fact, now that you said that, yo, do we even get a break or no?
We might get a break. Episode.
Let me see.
8.
While I'm sitting up here,
You know what? I'm looking at it too. I was looking at it too.
I got a feeling.
Okay, so what we on episode 6? Chicago is heating up. Air date is October the 13th. Episode 208, Dead Reckoning, is air date October 20th. Episode 209, No Loose Ends, air date November the 3rd. And episode 210, Power, Powder, and Respect, is November the 10th. So don't look like we get a break.
I guess we don't, because I guess that's how it rolls into. But well, wait a minute. Then I guess we get a break because Raising Kanan come on December, right?
Yeah, we get a small little break after November the 10th. So after November 10th, we don't get Raising Cain to December the 1st.
Okay. Dang, I guess maybe because of the strike, we don't get a break, because they normally do a little break, but I guess because of the strike, we ain't get a break.
Shit, we didn't need them. We waited 3 months for the damn show. We didn't need no break.
That is true. I won't be shocked if Force goes on break. It will get leaked like season 3 goes. Well, as we can see, Sport Gaming, we don't get no break. We don't get a break at all. I thought BMF was airing with Raising Kanan. When did they change?
Overall, it's a watchable show. It don't have us on the edge. Like they did really good last season with book 2, because I would think out of the 10 episodes, maybe 4 to 6 of them maybe kept us on edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're at the halfway point. We're past the halfway point of Force, and nothing has put me on the edge.
Definitely. That's
Even with
why
Walter, even with Walter being unalive, that didn't even put me on the edge.
we knew that was coming. So that's why
I
I'm
just
thinking like
hope we
maybe
didn't
by
have a
like 9
trailer
and 10.
for Raising Canaan.
What do you say, Retro?
I was reading somebody comment about us not getting a trailer for Raising Canaan. I said, I thought I saw one.
We definitely got a trailer for Raising Canaan. It's out. It was
Yes,
short, but
it's
it's out.
short. Yeah,
It's like maybe I think the trailer is like maybe about what 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but it's out. It's definitely out because that's how we got the release date that it was coming out in December.
December 1st.
Yeah, it's out. It's just a short one, like because I remember in the trailer, Rock is in the hospital. Our arm is
Yeah,
in a
because we talked about
sling.
that. Yeah, we talked about Rock being in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely gave us a trailer, um, for sure. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, like you said, we haven't got big, no big blow up yet. So that's why I'm just holding my breath. I'm guessing they're gonna save it between 8, 9, and 10 is where we're gonna get the big blow up for Force because that's the only way I see it coming. Because other than that, if it goes like this, I kid you not, if it keep going the way it keep going, I might have to stop watching Force altogether.
Nah, stop acting. You said this is your favorite one. Force
Nah,
is your favorite one.
nah, Kanan is my favorite one.
Yeah,
Kanan is my favorite one, hands down.
Yeah, Kanan is definitely my favorite one.
Kanan is my favorite. I remember, I think it was said last show, the show before that, man. I just want Kanan to come on. Like Kanan is my show. So we still on Kanan family. Breeze hasn't shown up yet, and Ghost and Tommy haven't showed up yet. I don't think. Support gaming, yeah, I think they will, but it's still early because what is this? This is season 2 for Kanan, right?
No,
So
it's season 3 for Raising Kanan.
okay, then yeah, we probably get them this season. At some point, we got to get Tommy, Tasha, the young Tommy, Tasha, and Ghost.
I'm wondering if this is Rock's way out of the game right here.
You mean as far as her like getting shot? Honestly, I hope, and I know we're supposed to be doing Force, but it just popped in my head. So I hope
This
after
tells you
30
right here
seasons.
why this tells you right here the same audience. We're the same audience that watch all these shows. We watch
Yep.
Book 2, we watch Raising Kanan, we watch Force. We're on another season right now, and we're talking about another show
Yep.
because we're more engaged with what's happening on that show and that storyline than we are with this one.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near interested in Tommy's storyline in this show. The way that they're writing him. Now, his oddly enough, even though his appearances on book 2 have been cameo appearances, I'm more interested in his story in book 2 than I am with his own show.
Yeah. Because nobody was expecting him in book 2. So it would just like you said, I'm honestly starting to feel like, yeah, like you said, it would be better almost for them knock Force off and just move him back to book 2. And we see him help Tariq and Tasha go to war with the Tahadas.
The Tahanas. That to me, that would be putting the family, that would be putting the St. Patrick / Egan family back together.
Yep.
To me, that would make it more realistic that you got these kids going up against the whole Tejada family. Like Tommy would be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to Kane. Like
Yep.
to me, that would make so much more sense. Scrap Force, bring Diamond in because I do like Diamond's character. I feel like they could do a little bit more with Diamond's character that they haven't. Get rid of Jenard. We don't need that other crackhead element, but Diamond adds a little bit of muscle to the organization as well, too. So, like, bring them over to book 2 and just scrap this, and just do an extended season of book 2 instead of us getting 10 episodes. Give us 15. Give us an extended season where some of the shows could be centered around. Some of the episodes could be centered around Tommy, but
Yeah.
not a whole season of Tommy.
Exactly. You hit it right on the nail. That
No, Xavier. No, Xavier. No, Xavier. No, Xavier. No, Xavier. No, Xavier. Hell no, Xavier.
no.
We'll
JP and
take
D Mac got
D-Mac.
to stay exactly where they are.
We'll take D-Mac, but we certainly are not going to take JP. Absolutely not.
I don't want either one of them.
No, we do
I don't
not.
want either one of them because it shows the nah. I don't want either one of them unless
No.
y'all put D Mac in some more acting classes. Because when it comes to a
Or
drama scene,
recast them.
he can't do it.
Or
So
they can recast them. If
he
they
he
recast both of the characters, maybe.
he acts like he's on Tubi. So no,
Yeah. Both of them need to go be on Tubi. You're right.
yeah,
Both of
they
them
need to be
need
in
to be
a
on
Tubi
Tubi
movie.
movie.
That's the better that's a better fit for them. Put them in a
Yeah,
Tubi movie.
that's a
'Cause,
better
yeah,
fit for both of them. They need to be on Tubi.
yeah, because they'll like, bruh, like that. I'm still mad about that scene when they dropped them off at the school. Uncle Tom, I was like, bruh, like, do you know how to act dramatic? Like, this is not a dramatic acting style. Like, I was
Listen,
like,
Lady V, I don't know why Fresh always be hating on Tubi. It be some good movies on Tubi.
ain't no
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, that's
I watch
actual
Tubi, so
movies.
I can't listen, I watch Tubi, so some of them are a little, but some of them are pretty good.
For me, first JP wasn't this bad. I don't know what's
Right,
happening.
support gaming. You're right, support gaming. Even some of the Tubi movies have better acting. You're right, because them kids, they need to, yeah, they need to do better.
That's because they trying to really make it. And
Exactly, Xavier. I told them that jukebox movie on Tubi was good. I seen it too. It was good. Sentiment. Yep.
Jukebox, that's around her character, or it
No, it's
seemed
not
like
around her character. The actress that plays
okay,
jukebox.
jukebox.
She did a
Okay.
Tubi movie. Yeah.
I don't know if
Right.
Tubi
It's hard.
saved us
You're
through the
right.
pandemic.
Right. No, it definitely saved us through this writer strike because that's what I went to. Because of the hiatus, that's exactly what I went to. I went to BET Plus and
Ah,
Tubi.
bro. I just and and I will admit, retro definitely, bro. You gotta watch. I've tried my best, and I'll just be like, "What the hell am I watching?" When bro sends the stuff from, I've tried my best, but it's just I be
Haley
like,
Gilmore support gaming is the young jukebox on Tubi. The name of the movie is Cinnamon.
so, but yeah, but retro hit it on the nail. We talking about a whole different show when we supposed to be talking about Force. So that
Force
just
is
lets
over
you
with.
know that
Force is over with. Episode is over with. It was a 7.5. Yeah, it was a 7.5.
I don't even
We
give
got
it
some
that.
more development. And see, to me, it's taking too long for them to develop the characters from season to season. Like we're in episode 6, and y'all just now starting to develop Leon's character. Y'all just starting to develop that storyline when we knew from when that mom walked into that barbershop that there
Yep,
was going to be more to that character.
yep. They take it too long. So
They take too long. Yeah.
yeah, I don't give it a 6. I mean I don't give it a 7. I give it a 6. So I'm just hoping like how they did with book 2, like because I think last season book 2 6 was the starting point where they started the it started going up. So I'm hoping they about to do the same with Force. I'm
Yeah.
hoping now that's when we about to start getting the dope episodes where like we're about to start getting those plot twists that we don't see coming. It's what I'm hoping. Because right now everything is so predictable, it's ridiculous.
It is predictable, and we haven't had much plot twists because even with some of the things that have happened, they've been predictable. We just been waiting for them to see when it was going to come. But yeah, there hasn't been many plot twists this season.
Yeah. So if we see some plot twists, we good. If not, then yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to after this. I'm gonna have to look up the current force what do you call
Ratings.
it? Ratings. Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
going
have
to
to
look
look it
it
up.
up too.
I'm gonna have to look it up. But I remember when I can't, like I said, it's crazy. I can't think of his real name, but Tariq and Lil Meester when they was going back and forth when BMF was on, he was like, "Bro, y'all not even in the top, and they weren't. BMF was number 4 in ratings, and Force was number 2. So Plato's young Kano will appear out of a portal.
It seems like it. It seems like it.
Ratings can be deceptive since most people stream, but even
Yeah.
with the streams, you're still getting those ratings though, because if you don't have cable, in order for you to even watch Power with the stream, you still got to get that Stars package on Hulu
Or
So
Amazon. I think
yep,
you have to
or
do
on
it with,
Amazon. So
I
you're
think you
gonna
have to
get
do it
them.
on Amazon too, but mine is just directly with Stars.
Yeah, I mean, well, I got mine with Stars and Hulu, so I can watch either or. But it's like you're gonna get them whatchamacallits regardless, whether they stream or not. So, but who
Uh,
knows, man? We'll see. Like Retro said, hopefully next episode will be something where we're not talking about Raising Canaan or any other show besides Force.
I doubt it. Yeah, but Stars is about, I think, 9.99. I think Stars just recently went up on theirs. I think it was 8.99. I think it went to like 9.99 or something like that. But I hardly miss the Star subscription. But the crazy part about it is I only pay for Stars for Power. I don't watch anything else.
Yeah,
And P Valley. Those are the
same
only
here.
two shows that I watch on Stars. I haven't watched anything else.
I mean, I watch movies here and there on Stars, but mainly it's
And it
for
is here and there. You're right about that. It's here and there. I
yeah,
watch
it's
Tubi
mainly for
more than I
Power.
watch Stars. It is free.
Well, I mean, because of course, because Tubi is free, so
Yeah, it's free.
free. So
Yeah. They don't have anything else. Right. They don't have anything else to watch. And all them other shows was just kind of boring,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, they don't have anything else. Well,
That's why they canceling them. They need to cancel them and put more of the power shows on.
but I mean, who knows? We might even John Wick 4 was on Stars. I
And
don't.
see, that's another thing. They don't hold on to the license for their programming long. So you'll start watching something on Stars and then go back and it's gone. You know, hell, I remember I was watching Good Times on Stars at one time and it was gone. Gone. They don't hold on to the license but for like 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, it's on another network.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Survivor's Remorse was all right. It was all right. It was all
It
right.
started off good, but
Yeah,
then
it started off
it
good. It
it
started
it,
off good.
it
Survivor's
went
Remorse
down.
started off good, but it ended too stupid.
Yeah, it just went down. Once Mike Epps' character was gone, it just went down for me. So I kind of stopped watching it. But
You're right. That's the only thing that's keeping lights on over there. Support game. You're right.
and that's why I feel like 50 is going to pull them soon,
But
and they
I
will not be
mean,
on Stars. I
isn't
don't know what
Courtney
they're going to
supposed
put
to
them
be on
on.
some of their Netflix?
If it ain't Netflix, it might be HBO Max.
No, she's supposed to have this contract with Netflix, but I ain't seen nothing from her. She's been gone for like 2 years from the Power Universe. I ain't seen a show yet over there on Netflix for her.
Hmm. Might be right. It might be. Yeah. It.
Yeah, she ain't done nothing since she left Power. Like she got that little Netflix check and went over there. Unless she's writing for some other show that we don't know about. Like maybe she's doing some ghost writing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she might be, but I don't know. But we gonna see. Cause like I said, I got a feeling they about to get pulled from Stars soon. I don't know what the contract situation is with 50 and all of them, but I feel like it's about to come soon that they about to pull them. So, um, but they haven't greenlighted any project yet. Okay, I just don't see 50 or anybody taking them over to Netflix because of course Netflix gonna release all the episodes at one time. I feel like they like to keep the weekly episodes, so that's how they're gonna continue on. They just gonna continue with the weekly episodes. They're not gonna give it to us all at one time. So Yeah, that's pretty much it. I I mean, that's what it is. I mean, like you said, hopefully we'll get hopefully episode 207 will be a whole lot better than what we got this episode.
You ain't lying about that.
So hopefully we get something good soon, y'all. Cause like I said, if this joint keep being predictable, unless I don't see myself watching season 3. If there is a season 3 of Force. I just don't see it.
That says a lot. All right, y'all. Well, we are out. We appreciate y'all coming hanging out with us. As always, y'all are the best chat on YouTube. If forever. We appreciate you guys. And drop y'all thoughts and comments about the episode, what y'all want to see, what y'all don't want to see. You know, like I said, it's watchable because it's part of the universe. It's just like, you know, in MCU, you know, we watch some of the stuff that's over there just because it's tied to the Marvel universe, but not because we really enjoy it. So,
Yep.
you know,
That's
because
right.
actually, book 2 started out that way for me. Book 2 started out that way for me. It was like, it was a slow watch for me. It was a
Yeah,
really
because
slow watch. Yeah,
remember I
wanna
didn't
do the
watch
show.
book
I didn't even want to do the show because of it. Yeah,
remember I didn't even watch the first season of book 2 until the season 2 of book 2 came out. Like prime example, I still have yet to finish. I still have yet to go back and watch a full run of season 6 of Power. Because I think I stopped at like I don't know episode 2 or something because it was so bad. I was like, I don't even care anymore. And then of course the episodes got leaked, so I knew what happened to Ghost, and I was like,
yeah.
you know what, I don't care. So this is about to be this is about to be like season 6 of Power for me. This is literally what it's about to turn into.
You know, to be quite honest with you, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I really can't even see what this season finale showstopper is going to be. Like I said, they should have saved Walter, unaliving Walter, for the end of the show, for the end of the season. What's the showstopper? What is the season finale?
That's why I said I feel like we don't if it don't turn up, like I said, because I remember book 2 turned up around this time, 5-6. If it don't turn up, then
Xavier, DeMarcus, support gaming, Miss Honey, somebody tell me something.
I don't
What
know what it's gonna be.
is the season's cliffhanger? They're gonna unalive Claudia? I mean, what is it?
What Mariah's pregnant? Because I mean, whatever it is, we done already said it, so we can't
Whatever it is, we already don't said it right. It's
unless
Miguel.
it's something where
We got
Diamond and
Lisa.
Jenard turn their back on Tommy. Like, there's nothing. I can't think of a cliffhanger right now at all. I can't think of one. Hopefully, season finale is just a dream at Tommy, and we get back to Xavier. That actually would be a good cliffhanger. Him actually getting shot up, but I don't see it happening. Or him, maybe the cliffhanger is him actually getting caught by the feds and he getting locked up. Matter of fact, I don't want that because then it's going to be uh, a rinse and it's going to be a wash and rinse cycle. It's going to be nothing more than Power, like when Ghost ended up going to jail for a minute. So hopefully that's not going to happen because that would annoy the hell out of me. So yeah, nah, I don't want that to happen at all. So, but yeah, man, y'all drop if y'all think of anything, y'all drop y'all comments and everything in the chat. Like, subscribe, and just let us know because at this point, you know, we kind of done with Force, so we just we we just not even enthusiastic about it. So it's just like it's one of them joints where like we be enthusiastic as soon as the episodes drop,
Hey,
gotta
I could
watch
get with that. I could get with that support gaming. Maybe JP dies and D-Mac goes to New York.
it. That's not a good cliffhanger for me.
Uh, Jenard and Diamond turn on Tommy. Now that would be a good twist.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That'd
That
be a
might
good
happen.
twist. Yeah.
Vic or Claudia getting unalived ain't a good
We don't care.
cliffhanger either. So
We don't care.
yeah,
It don't matter. The Tommy
Yes.
character don't mourn unless it's a chick. That's true too.
so
That's true. Something gonna happen to. There you go, Miss Honey. There you go. You're right. That's it. That's it. We just answered it. It's Maria. Something happens to Maria.
which is going to be trash in my opinion. And I'm
Yep,
not
because it's gonna be a wash and repeat. It's something happened to Liliana the last season. Something happened to Lakeisha the season before that. Something happened to Holly before the. You're right, Miss Honey. You're right.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, man.
Maria.
Y'all drop y'all comments. We gonna holler at y'all next week. Cause like I said,
All right, fam. See y'all next week.
yeah.